Chapter 63. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, even the angels were a little surprised. Obviously, they could not have imagined that this fourth shocking scene would reach such a level, whether it was Angel Yen, Angel Lang, or Angel Jishin. They all knew that if the two strongest attacks of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke touched each other, the explosion that would be produced would be absolutely terrifying. The energy contained in the yin-yang escape spiral shuriken in Uchiha Sasuke's Indra's arrow was beyond imagination. The audiences in all the heavens and worlds knew very well that the power of these two final big moves was far greater than the previous fifth gear Luffy's Monkey God Spear and Kaido's Fire Dragon Torch. Even Uchiha Madara's complete form of Susanoo could not compare to it. Was the meteorite that Uchiha Madara summoned before awesome? Everyone said that if the meteorite was in such a terrifying explosion, it would definitely be annihilated instantly. It was not a move of the same level. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Agatsuma Zenitsu, Inosuke and others were all buzzing in their heads. They couldn't believe what they saw. For them, that level of attack was too exaggerated. Tanjiro, no, if these two attacks collide, it will be a disaster, right? Yes, Tanjiro can describe it with this word. He has never seen such a scene, destruction of heaven and earth. For their world, this word is a little bit difficult to realize, but now, Tanjiro is very sure, the duel between Naruto and Sasuke is definitely worthy of the word destroying the world. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru and other strong men were all stunned. They couldn't imagine at this time what kind of scene it would be if the two terrible attacks collided. In the world of Naruto, many ninjas widened their eyes. At this moment, whether it was Kakashi, Might Guy, or Akatsuki organization. Strong men such as Kisame, Deidara, Kakuzu, etc. said that this power was a bit too terrifying. Kisame, it's just like a monster, and it's not in the same dimension as us. Kisame's combat power can beat even a Kage-level strongman. To be honest, if it weren't for Might Guy, the only one who restrained him, Kisame could fight with anyone at that time. But even so, he knew very well that if he met these two guys, they must not even know why they died. Samahata's ability to absorb chakra is useless to those two. I'm afraid only Deidara was excited. He didn't even blink at this time. The expression on his face was even more crazy. Deidara, the ultimate art. This is the real art. Boom, I'm looking forward to the explosion. Deidara thought that it didn't matter if he was there, as long as he could witness the explosion. And then, when the audiences in the heavens and the worlds continued to watch, they soon saw that even though the two attacks in the video became very slow when they were about to hit, they still collided. At that moment, many powerful people in the heavens and the worlds held their breath. They even felt their heartbeat skip a beat. They knew very well what would happen next, and the fact was that it was indeed the case. The next second after the attack collided, after a brief silence. Boom! The masters saw that the clouds were broken in an instant. An extremely huge ball of light that seemed to have an extremely strong destructive aura suddenly expanded and appeared. When this scene appeared, Tony, Captain America, Banner and others in the Avengers universe were speechless. In the DC universe, Master Wayne, Wonder Woman, Flash and other superheroes were also stunned. At this time, many people did not speak. They watched the color of the light ball in the video constantly changing. From destructive red to purple. Inside the purple, other colors appeared. When these colors changed madly and the light ball was compressed, the next moment was an extreme explosion. The light ball exploded completely. The white light seemed to cover everything. The terrifying thunder continued to rage towards the earth. The diameter of the light ball was even more astonishingly large. For the masters, they felt as if hundreds of a thunderbolt fell. The destructive white light also devoured everything. Everything it touched was annihilated, no matter if it was a mountain, earth, tree, or anything else. And when the explosion subsided, the audience from all the heavens and the world saw that an extremely huge disaster tornado condensed in the air. Inside the tornado, thunder roared continuously. It seemed that anything that entered it would disappear. Such a terrible scene. Many strong men were stunned. The world of the spirit cage, Little Loli Xiaodo, by Uekue, Abj, Fatty Shonda and others all opened their mouths. Xiaodo, this, are you sure you are not kidding? Shanda, oh my goodness, this is too outrageous, the power of the explosion is comparable to that of a nuclear bomb. On the lighthouse, Mark, Ran Bing, Fei Xue and others were even more confused. They immediately said that even on the lighthouse, the most powerful one was the quantum cannonball used to deal with the king-level beast. The destructive power was nothing compared to what the two people in the video created. Mark, isn't this too strong? Ran Bing, I didn't expect that there would be such monsters in other worlds. Yes, although they are all human beings, in Ran Bing's eyes, it feels more appropriate to call such strength a monster. However, Ran Bing, Fei Xue and others also thought that it would be great if they could learn this ninjutsu. As soon as this idea appeared, many viewers on the lighthouse had a faint expectation in their hearts. They felt that this might not be impossible, in the world of death, whether it was Ichigo, Kurosaki, Yuryu Ishida, or the captains in the Soul Society. They were all dumbfounded. They looked at the terrifying tornado disaster in the video. They were all stunned. At this moment, even Kenpachi was scared. Captain General Yamamoto Genryusai Shigekuni was even more dignified. He stared at the screen. Genryusai, what a terrible little ghost. For Genryusai, he never thought that he could see such a powerful person in his lifetime. Even this old man was a little excited for the first time in a long time. In Hueco Mundo, the same is true for the 10 blades, such as Stark, Bailergan, Grimjow and other strong men. They were all shocked by the powerful strength of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. In the Naruto world, in Konoha village, Sasuke and Naruto, who were originally noisy, became quiet because they were all dumbfounded. The two little guys watched the shocking explosion in the video. The amazing scene was reflected in their eyes. It brought a great shock to their young hearts. Sasuke, this is it my future strength? But even though Sasuke had already accepted the fact that he could summon the complete form of Susanoo and exert tremendous power, he was still shocked at this moment. He felt that this was indeed a bit too exaggerated, that level of explosion. To read the exciting novels, just go to Falun Novel Network. Looking at the entire ninja world, no one can compare to him. No matter who it is, no one can withstand such an attack. In the world of the dead, strong men such as Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju also have this feeling. Yes, even Hashirama and Madara did not dare to say that they could definitely resist it. Uchiha Madara said that if he obtained the power of the 6 paths, there is still a possibility. After all, in the video, the Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke used all the power of the 6 paths. Moreover, when all the strong men continued to watch, they soon saw that after this horrific explosion, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke both fell from the air. The tailed beast coats and Susanoo shells on their bodies all dissipated. The audiences in the heavens and all the worlds knew that even the two of them could not withstand the bombardment of such an explosion. In the end, the ultimate move was released. The shocking scene was recognized by everyone. But obviously, this battle is not over yet. Everyone is also happy to continue watching, including little Naruto and little Sasuke. They are also looking forward to seeing the outcome of this battle, who will win and who will lose. At this moment, Naruto and Sasuke were unwilling to give in. They were tit for tat, and both believed that their future selves would win. Kakashi on the side was a little ashamed after being shocked. At the same time, there was also a hint of solemnity and worry. Kakashi, those two little guys are fighting for life and death. Kakashi didn't know what happened in the future that caused these two good friends to turn against each other. It didn't seem like a falling out. Kakashi could see that it was more like the end of a bond. Sasuke wanted to cut it off, and Naruto wanted to keep him. Kakashi, maybe, because of the desire to be strong power, and accidentally went astray. From the first time he heard Sasuke say that he only wanted revenge and to kill that man, Kakashi knew that there was a darkness in the boy's heart. However, what shocked Kakashi was that he soon saw that he was also in the area affected by the explosion. Seeing this fleeting scene, Kakashi was a little confused. Sakura was the same. She didn't expect that she was there, but this also made Sakura and Kakashi feel a little relieved. Kakashi felt that although he had no ability to stop it at that time, he, as a teacher, was there. After all, he would feel peace of mind. As for the audiences in other worlds, they care more about the final outcome of this duel. The Kages of other ninja villages, whether it is Reikage Ai, Tsuchikage Anoki or Mizukage Terumi Mei, etc., also had blank minds at this time. They thought, this is a fight between two genin of Konoha. It's incredible to think about it. Anoki had a bad idea. He thought that maybe he couldn't let those two kids grow up freely. At this time, the relationship between the major ninja villages was still a little tense. Fortunately, in the end, Anoki gave up. He thought about the future ninja world. There may even be a ninja coalition, and they have to deal with Uchiha Madara together. If these two people are not allowed to grow up, will they use their heads to fight Uchiha Madara in the future? What's more, Anoki also saw that the kid named Uzumaki Naruto also played a great role in the battle with Uchiha Madara. On the contrary, if they help them grow faster, if that kid no longer uses the Sage mode when fighting Uchiha Madara, but uses the power in the video, then he alone should be able to seal the impure world Madara easily. Thinking of this, Anoki was also relieved. Indeed, it is too tiring for the major ninja villages to calculate against each other. If they can develop peacefully, Anoki will not resist. The other Kages also hope that there will be such a beautiful ending. At this time, the audiences of all the heavens and worlds saw that in the video, the battle was not over yet. Although the tailed beast coats and Susanoo shells on their bodies disappeared, these two people still had the last bit of strength. They forced their bodies to stand up. Naruto wanted to perform the shadow clone technique. Sasuke fired an Amaterasu ahead of time. Naruto immediately used the tailed beast coat to block it. Everyone saw that Sasuke still wanted to use a skill, but his pupils suddenly shrank. Obviously, this was because his pupil power had reached its limit. He didn't have much chakra left. In the ninja world, many ninjas looked at this scene and were speechless. In fact, they didn't expect to see such a battle. For many people, this is already the most amazing scene they have ever seen. Even the monsters in the Akatsuki organization seem extremely mediocre in front of these two people, and this is indeed the case. If Naruto and Sasuke of the Qing dynasty joined forces, the people of the Akatsuki organization would not be able to beat them even if they attacked together, unless Obito can step into the 6 paths level. There is still a chance. Otherwise, people like Angle, Deidara, and Sasori were all defeated in vain. Haiden's blood sacrifice technique was probably useless. Might Guy was already dying after the 8 gates. Naruto was able to save him with the power of Yang. The vitality and recovery ability of these two people have become extremely tenacious, and at this time, the audiences of all the heavens and worlds also saw it. In the video, the battle between the two people came to an end. Uchiha Sasuke was hit hard by Naruto's punch and flew into the boulder. Sasuke was even more angry and said, why do you always want it, over and over again? That's enough, let me kill you. Below, Naruto calmly replied, no, I only have one friend like you. Hearing this, Sasuke seemed to calm down. He knew very well that this battle must have a winner. He wanted to completely sever the bond between the two. Only in this way could he implement his own ideas. In fact, Sasuke also wanted to be a Kage, and the other powerful people in the heavens and the worlds all saw the relationship between the two, especially in the ninja world. In Konoha village, Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others could understand it even more. Might Guy, that is the power of bonds. It seems that there is a big difference between Sasuke and Naruto. Lee, what a scene. Wonderful battle. It's really amazing. Niji, compared to them, I'm not a genius at all. Jiraiya, it's really hard to imagine. Minato, your son is so amazing, and that Rasengan must have been taught by me, right? Ha ha ha. This guy will definitely be my disciple. Jiraiya believed it firmly. On the other hand, Kakashi understood, Sasuke's Chidori must have been taught by him. However, it doesn't matter anymore. The audience in all the heavens and worlds saw it. In the video, Sasuke used the last bit of chakra he got from Naruto, condensed Chidori and Kagetsuchi. Naruto also began to perform Rasengan with the help of the Nine Tails. Both rushed towards each other. The strong men knew very well that this should be the final collision. At this moment, everyone's hearts were excited again. They all watched very seriously. Especially in Konoha village, Naruto and Sasuke, at this time, they just wanted to know who would win and who would lose in this battle. First update today. Please subscribe. Please vote for me. My performance is very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Add your name, email protected. Chapter 64. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the world of Ling Kage, Little Lolita Xiaodo, by Uekue, Fatty Shanda and others were watching very nervously. They were just immersed in the huge explosion caused by the collision between the Yin-Yang escape spiral shuriken and Indra's arrow. Now they saw that the battle between Naruto and Sasuke was still going on. There seemed to be a deep friendship between the two. Bai Uekue and others certainly didn't know what happened between the two, but obviously, this battle should be decided. It must be said that Bai Uekue was more fortunate to see this video. Bai Uekue believed that there were definitely many people in other worlds who didn't know about this video, and the shocking degree of this video, at least Bai Uekue, Mark, Ranbing and others were very satisfied. Even in the world of pirates and the world of death, those 4 emperors and captain-level strongmen were watching very seriously at this time. Moreover, the audiences of all heavens and worlds also knew that this was only the 4th shocking scene. Its shocking degree was even more amazing. Then, what will be the extent of the following 6 shocking scenes? Many strong men expressed their curiosity and expectations. In the ninja world, everyone watched the scenes in the video and was immersed in it, especially Naruto and Sasuke. They gritted their teeth at this time. Naruto, the winner must be me. Sasuke, impossible, it must be me. The two are incompatible with each other. Kiba, Niji, Shikamaru and other strong men were also stunned. They even saw Naruto's inner world. He was actually communicating calmly with the Nine Tails. People like Shikamaru and Kiba didn't know, what kind of existence is the Nine Tails? But how could Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others not understand? They all thought at this time, are they dreaming? Kakashi, Naruto became friends with Nine Tails. Might Guy, what an amazing boy. He can even calm down the violent Nine Tails and even offer to share his power with him. Watching the video, Naruto stretched out his hand and bumped fists with the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails also said, listen carefully, I will now give you all my remaining chakra, but after that, I will fall into a deep sleep. In order to prevent my chakra from being sucked away again, try not to perform ninjutsu under extreme conditions. The ninjas saw that the Nine Tails was like an old father. He helped Naruto analyze the situation and kept giving instructions. They were all confused. In the world of the dead, Hashirama Senju, Minato Namikaze and others could understand. Minato originally divided the Nine Tails into 2 parts. He also believed that his son Naruto would be able to subdue the Nine Tails in the future and get its recognition. Now it seems that this is indeed true. Minato Namikaze, you are really outstanding. Naruto. However, the most shocking thing is probably the Nine Tails in Naruto's body. The Nine Tails is full of resentment at the moment. It has been locked up in this small dark room for more than 10 years. Even if it is released, it is either controlled or targeted in various ways. The Nine Tails actually doesn't want to fight, but there is no way. Every time it comes out, it is fighting. Decades ago, it was controlled by Madara. It was forced to put on the Susanoo coat. It rushed up to fight with the thousand-handed Buddha. In this regard, the Nine Tails wants to say, do you know how awesome that Buddha is? The wooden man's hands can even kill people by patting their heads. This Buddha is even more terrifying. What's more, it has 1,000 hands. The most outrageous thing is that the nine-tailed fox was actually hit by the Buddha. That feeling, it's so sour to think about it. However, now, the Nine Tails saw that the self in the video would calmly give advice to the little kid. This is simply. Nine Tails' inner anger surged again. He was very angry. He said that this was absolutely impossible. However, the Nine Tails sealed in Naruto's body. At this time, there was nothing he could do. He could only continue to watch the video while being angry. At this time, all the strong men also saw that Naruto jumped towards Sasuke. He raised his hand, but the next second, a phantom hand appeared. In the ninja world, Jiraiya was stunned when he saw this scene. Of course, he recognized it at once. It was his hand. After Jiraiya was shocked, a relieved expression appeared on his face. Jiraiya, it seems that I will have a very good relationship with this little Naruto in the future. Jiraiya is also very much looking forward to this, and not only that, everyone also observed that after Jiraiya, many hands appeared, helped Naruto roll balls. Namikaze Minato, Uzumaki Kushina, Choji, Shikamaru, Shino, Hinata, Might Guy, Killer Bee, Third Hokage. When these hands appeared, the owners of these hands also recognized them immediately. They were all a little surprised. Namikaze Minato, come on, Naruto. As Naruto's father, Minato certainly supports Naruto. In the world of the dead, Uzumaki Kushina, Naruto's mother, also put her hands on her chest at this time, watching her son go through such a big battle. Kushina didn't care about the outcome of the battle, she just hoped that her son was okay. In Konoha village, Kakashi was also deeply touched, because he also saw his own hand, appearing alone. He remembered Naruto's previous experience, he had no companions and was alone, in the end. Kakashi knew very well that all of them had a deep bond with Naruto. Kakashi, it seems that your future will be extraordinary, Naruto. Kakashi looked at Naruto. At this time, little Naruto was still arguing with Sasuke. Of course, Sasuke also saw the hands that helped Naruto, but he didn't care at all. Sasuke said that even so, the winner of this battle must be him. In fact, Sasuke didn't care so much about winning or losing, just kidding, he already has such a strong power. In the future, if he wants to take revenge on Uchiha Itachi, he can just beat him casually. This perfect form of Susanoo opened, and the Rinnegan glared. How can Uchiha Itachi fight? Sasuke even began to imagine the scene of him torturing and abusing Itachi, but, what made Sasuke stand there in shock was that when he rushed towards the future Naruto in the video, someone else's hand suddenly appeared next to his hand, helping him to condense Chidori. Sasuke recognized it at a glance. It was Uchiha Itachi's hand. Sasuke was immediately stimulated. Sasuke, how is this possible? That guy, is he worthy? Is he worthy of helping me? I don't want to have any ties with him. Sasuke was very angry. At this time, he didn't know Itachi's secrets, and his future relationship with Itachi. Just seeing this scene, he felt very angry, but the scene in the video didn't give Sasuke time to worry about it. The audience in the heavens and the worlds all saw it, the attack of the two, touched together. Bang! The terrifying light appeared again, it swallowed up the two people, and seemed to swallow up everything. Such a scene shocked many strong people. In the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others were extremely excited. Natsu, this video is so wonderful. Gray, this fourth shocking scene is completely worthy of its name. All the S-class wizards were excited, even Gildarts, Mirajin and other strong men had to admit that the strength of the two people in the video was very strong, some were even stronger than they could imagine. The ultimate Susanoo and the three-headed, six-armed nine-tailed demon fox, the power erupted by these two behemoths, Indra's arrow and Yin-Yang release Raisin Shuriken. To read the exciting novels, go to Falun Novel Network. The horrible explosion is still an extremely deep impression on them. It is difficult to erase in this lifetime. That level of attack is not something you can see casually. In the world of pirates, Kaido, Whitebeard, Shanks and other strong men were also completely ignited. Kaido, what a two powerful brats. Just like that straw hat Luffy, hahaha. Interesting, in that case, I want to become stronger, to surpass that Gyuto Ichigo, surpass the fifth gear Luffy, surpass this Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke. This world is really interesting. Kaido was originally a little flat, thinking that he was invincible. Now seeing this video and Gear 5 Luffy, Kaido could accept it, but the ultimate Susanoo and the three-headed, six-armed nine-tailed demon fox made Kaido excited. Moreover, he knew that this was far from the end. In other worlds, there must be more powerful existences. As for how powerful they would be, Kaido couldn't imagine it, but he was looking forward to it. In the Naruto world, Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others all showed expressions of relief and nervousness. They wanted to know what the outcome of this battle would be. Little Naruto and little Sasuke even collided with each other. Neither of them gave in. However, what shocked them was that at this time, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and others saw in the video. After the light swallowed everything, a new picture appeared. In that picture, Sasuke was covered in wounds. He closed his eyes and said, "Brother, I will see you soon." This line brought a great shock to little Sasuke. He was stunned for a moment. Sasuke, how is this possible? Why would I want to see that guy? Sasuke was dumbfounded, combined with the previous situation, when he condensed Chidori to attack, Naruto helped him a lot, that was his bond, he had a bond with Uchiha Itachi. Sasuke felt that this was simply a big joke. He wanted to kill Uchiha Itachi for revenge. How could he have such a relationship with him? But Sasuke's doubts were destined to remain unanswered, and the third Hokage, Shimura Danzo and others who knew the truth were unable to tell him at this moment, "Zero, please give me flowers." Even Uchiha saw this scene. They were all silent. "When, it is to fight with the big snake pills, and then I will practice with my own. Tamono Naruto's future will be very exciting. I accept it. Even if I have to be a genin for the rest of my life. I will fight to the death to become Hokage. I don't care. Say what you want to say and do what you say, this is my way of ninja. I am different from you, I will definitely inherit the title of Hokage. Because Hokage is my dream, and I will never die before I become Hokage." Luffy heard these words in the pirate world, he felt much more familiar with Naruto. Luffy, hahaha. It seems that guy is the same as us. Luffy wants to become the Pirate King, Zoro wants to become the world's #1 swordsman. Now, they know that there are boys like them in other worlds. Luffy, become Hokage. Let's work hard together, Naruto. Luffy thought in his heart. And this is far from the end. The audiences in the heavens and all worlds soon saw. Behind him, there was another person with a Mangekyo Sharingan, who said to Naruto. "If so, your dream is the same as your father's, then remember what I said. It's not necessary to become a Hokage to gain everyone's recognition. Only those who are recognized by everyone can become Hokage." That when these words appeared, in Konoha village, Sasuke's brain was buzzing. He never thought that he would see the man he wanted to kill the most in this video. But that man, it was the same form as Uchiha Madara before, impure world reincarnation. This means that at that time, Uchiha Itachi was already dead. "Sasuke, was he killed by me?" Sasuke thought that if he could become so strong in the future, then it would be nothing to have the power to kill Uchiha Itachi halfway, but now he knows that all this does not seem so simple. Sasuke was confused, the man who wanted to be killed all along, it seems that there are still some secrets hidden. He can't accept it. Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and other ninjas, seeing this scene, they were also silent. In the Akatsuki organization, Nagato, Kisame, Deidara and others, they also immediately knew that this Uchiha Itachi was very unusual. Is he an undercover? Kisame felt a little panicked, however, Itachi next to him did not make any moves, but including the Raikage, Tsuchikage, Sannin and other strong ninjas, they all knew, once this video came out, the pattern of the entire ninja world. I am afraid it will change. The scene afterwards, perhaps it is no longer the mutual opposition between ninja villages, the powerful strength of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke has refreshed the worldview of many ninjas. When Naruto saw these words, his smile became even bigger. Like Luffy, he has been very determined in his dreams since he was a child. The moment Luffy decided to become a pirate, he must become a pirate. If he sets his goal as the Pirate King, he will work hard for this goal, even if he dies for it, it doesn't matter. Naruto also has this mentality. He smiled very cheerfully at this time, although he also noticed that Sasuke was not right. Naruto still said, "See, Sasuke. In the end, I won." Sasuke was attracted by Naruto's words and temporarily forgot about Uchiha Itachi. He immediately retorted, "Impossible, the winner must be me." Just after this sentence, the audiences of all heavens and worlds saw it. The ending of Naruto and Sasuke was revealed. Everyone saw that the two of them had one arm broken, lying on the ground, blood was left, but it gathered together. It seemed to form some kind of mark. Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke and others knew, seal of reconciliation. The appearance of this scene brought them a great shock, and the other strong men were also excited, because they knew that the fifth shocking scene was about to appear. Yes. Chapter 65. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels felt that this video was indeed not as simple as they thought. Angel Jishin, next, won't there be a famous scene that even we are shocked by? Jishin couldn't help but say, "Angel Lang, how is that possible? We are the strongest angels in the universe. Even the strong ones in other worlds are definitely not as strong as us. If you ask me, the number one is definitely Queen Kesha. Angel Lang has always been proud and looked down on other humans. She even admired Holy Kesha." However, on the throne, Kesha herself actually had this idea before, but seeing this, even Kesha had to admit, these few shocking scenes, maybe it will really be, it was beyond their imagination. If one of their angels could make the list, that would be a good thing, but if not, Kaisa thought it was quite normal, after all, when she learned that there were other universes. Kaisa was already scared. As for the fourth shocking scene, the final bond between Uzumaki, Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, the angels were slightly moved, but like the audiences in other worlds, they soon began to look forward to the fifth shocking scene. In the world of One Piece, Sengoku, Garp, and Kizaru watched the last scene of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke slowly disappear. After sorting out their thoughts, they all began to fantasize, what would the next shocking scene be like? Sengoku remembered Ulquiorra and Ichigo Gyuto, the duel between Uchiha Madara and the 5 Kage. Kaido the Beast and Luffy the Straw Hat, and the current Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. These people, without exception, are very powerful. Sengoku did not expect that his great Buddha form would have a chance to be on the list. To be honest, Zhangguo knew it very well. The shocking degree of the appearance of the Buddha was 643. Compared with the collision between Indra's arrow and Yin-Yang release Raisin Shuriken, it was not a little bit different. Zhangguo thought that if he was also in the explosion at that time, he might not be able to stand up and continue fighting after falling from the sky, directly killed by the explosion. There is no way. The explosion is really amazing. As for Kaido, Whitebeard, Shanks and other 4 emperors, they quickly forgot the so-called bond between Naruto and Sasuke. They don't have much sense of substitution. For these audiences, what they are more looking forward to is the fifth shocking scene. To what extent can it reach? In the world of Ling Cage, Demon Slayer, and One Punch Man, there are many audiences who think that such a scene is also quite touching. Tanjiro, I didn't expect that Naruto and Sasuke would have such a bond. I am so moved. Inosuke, so awesome. I want to learn the 3-sword style and learn ninjutsu. I want to summon Susanoo. Inosuke doesn't have so many emotions. He just danced with joy at this moment, and felt extremely yearning for those powerful forces. Agatsuma Zenitsu, I also want to learn the thunder release. It's too strong. And if it can be combined with my thunder breathing. Even Zenitsu, who is usually lazy and cowardly, is very interested in those moves that wantonly control thunder. In the world of fairy tale, people like Natsu, Gray, Urza, etc., who value the feelings of their companions, are deeply touched. Natsu, I really hope to meet them. Naruto, Sasuke. Ha! They must be 2 very interesting guys. Natsu's face showed an expectant look. He thought that since everyone is in the group, there might be a chance to meet them later. In the world of Naruto, in Konoha village, Naruto and Sasuke have great feelings about this ending, especially when Naruto said in the video that he felt that this battle was not a real battle, it was purely to wake up his best friend who was dizzy about his life. This made Sasuke a little enlightened. In fact, he knew in his heart that for revenge, he would eventually become another terrible person. When Sasuke's desire for revenge was too strong before, he subconsciously felt that even if he became a monster, as long as he could get power, it didn't matter. But seeing that the future Naruto was so persistent in himself, as well as, Sasuke also saw that in the video, he finally said, I recognize you, Naruto. It's me, Lost. That he even shed 2 lines of tears. This made Sasuke feel a little socially dead. Naruto laughed and said, ha ha ha, did you see that? Sasuke. I won. The future me will be stronger than you. At this time, the bond between Naruto and Sasuke was not that deep, but in fact, they had noticed each other since they were young, because their experiences were very similar. Although Sasuke had been taken care of by his brother since he was a child, but he experienced the tragic experience of being exterminated. Naruto has never experienced this kind of pain. But because of the existence of the 9 tails in his body, he was ostracized and bullied by the people in the village. Therefore, they are all very lonely. The only difference is probably that Naruto has Iruka's guidance and his personality is more cheerful. Later, he met many companions. Sasuke is not like that. There is no way. Sasuke wants power. At that time, whether it is Kakashi or others, they can't help Sasuke become stronger in a short time. Only Orochimaru is the most suitable. However, these are too early for the 2 little guys. In the future, they will slowly experience it, and Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and other audiences know in their hearts that in the future, the pattern of the ninja world will probably undergo tremendous changes. Many audiences in other worlds want to obtain powerful powers such as Susanoo and Sharingan, but for many ninjas in the ninja world, they also want to become stronger. Especially the members of the 5 Kage, the 3 ninjas, and the Akatsuki organization, they used to think that they were already standing at the top of the ninja world. After watching this video, I realized that their strength is not even close to that of the Super Shadow, whether it is Uchiha Madara, the future Uzumaki Naruto or the future Uchiha Sasuke, they are all extremely strong, that kind of terrifying strength. One person is enough to destroy a country. No one can stop it. At this time, the audiences in all the worlds also saw that the chat group was open again. This made many viewers immediately start to speak impatiently. Luffy, god damn it. It's amazing. Naruto, Sasuke, you are also very powerful. Naruto, hehe, of course. In the future, I will definitely become a Hokage. Naruto is not socially phobic at all and is very active in the group. Tanjiro, Agatsuma Zenitsu, Xiaodo, Zhang Chulan and others spoke one after another and expressed their envy. Yuzui Tengen, Inosuke and others did not forget to ask them how to obtain ninjutsu, 3 sword styles and other moves. Hearing this, Zoro immediately became interested. He started explaining to Inosuke in the group. Naruto also acted as a teacher and began to explain the shadow clone technique, transformation technique, etc. But those explanations were not really teaching at all. However, Yuzui Tengen, Tanjiro and others listened very seriously. There were many viewers from other worlds, they also felt like they had found a treasure. However, they wanted to learn these moves across worlds. Of course, it was not that easy. When Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others saw this, they couldn't help but hold their foreheads, saying that these little guys were really noisy. But what made everyone hold their breath was that they soon saw several more reminders on the Zhutian Forum. Ding. Reward, Tsunade's 100 healings technique becomes passive. Ding. 2 days of reward will make Anoki 20 years younger. Ding. Reward, Raikage AI's speed attribute is doubled. Ding. Reward, Gaara becomes a perfect Jinchuriki, who can transform into a tailed beast at will. Ding. Reward, Mizukage Terumi's power-enhancing ninjutsu. Ding. Reward, 1 Uchiha Madara resurrection card. When these rewards appeared, many viewers in the world, to read the exciting novels, go to Falun Novel Network, were envious. They all guessed that the rewards would appear at this time, but when they saw it with their own eyes, they still felt that it was incredible. In the pirate world, Kaido was calm because he knew that he would get rewards later. However, strong men such as Whitebeard and Shanks were unbalanced. They also hoped that they could have a chance to be on the list. Not to mention, compared with the strong men in other worlds, from the perspective of these 4 emperors, they felt that Kaido could be on the list. Why can't they? Especially Big Mom was the first to express dissatisfaction. Back then, in the Rocks Pirates, Kaido was just a younger brother in front of him. But he was Kaido's good sister. Now that this younger brother is on the list, she just went up to make a cameo appearance. Why? Big Mom is not stupid. She knows that her time on the stage is too short. Like Uzumaki Naruto, he also performed very well in the second shocking scene, but he did not get the reward. Therefore, Big Mom indicated that the possibility of her getting the reward was not high, and the strong ones like Shanks and Whitebeard were even more so. Marka, Diamond Jaws and others from the Whitebeard pirates also spoke up for their father. Whitebeard couldn't help but think of it. Back then in the Rocks Pirates, Kaido was the younger brother, Big Mom was the younger brother, and he was the big brother. But, Whitebeard, forget it, there is nothing we can do about it, but, it's not like there's no chance at all. Whitebeard is also very intelligent. Like Aizen, he has his eyes on Su Chun, the owner of this chat group. Whitebeard, if the owner of this group shows up later, maybe, I have a chance to be on the list. Whitebeard thought, compared to the turmoil in other worlds, the world of Naruto is in chaos. The Raikage, Tsuchikage, Mizukage, Tsunade, Gaara and others were all stunned. Tsuchikage, I am 20 years younger. After seeing this reward, Tsuchikage ninjutsu Anoki immediately felt that his body became more flexible and stronger. Beside him, Kuratsuchi and Akatsuki were also stunned. Kuratsuchi, this is, Grandpa, you really got younger. Akatsuki, this is incredible, Lord Tsuchikage, congratulations. These people couldn't imagine what kind of power this was, but for the Tsuchikage, this was undoubtedly great news. He himself was also very happy. 2 Libras Anoki. I really got younger. Reikage AI, Mizukage Mei Terumi, Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, everyone, I feel like I can beat 10 of them now. Anoki was too lazy to speak in the group, he just wanted to quietly lurk and watch according to habit. Now he can't help it, because he is too excited, and the other Kages are all about the same. The speed of the Reikage doubled. He was also very happy. 8-tailed Killer Bee even started rapping beside him. The general meaning was to praise the Zhutian Forum for being awesome, and that his eldest brother was now so powerful. Somewhere in the ninja world, Tsunade never thought that she would have such treatment. It was simply a great joy from heaven. Her 100 healings technique has become a passive one with no side effects. This means that Tsunade's recovery ability is the same as the first generation. If injured, as long as the injury is not serious, there is no need to make hand seals, and it can recover automatically, although the strength has not increased, but Tsunade is quite satisfied. In Konoha village, Gaara is the same. He was also shocked. He could never have thought that the tailed beast, the one tail, that had been bothering him, now it is actually, let him control it at will. At this time, Gaara can transform into a tailed beast at will and remain rational. Their remarks also caused quite a stir in the group. Many viewers expressed envy. Naruto and Sasuke couldn't help but say that they would definitely get a reward next time. After the joy, many people in the ninja world noticed that Uchiha Madara had obtained the resurrection card. They all knew what this meant. Kakashi, Jiraiya, and even Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju in the world of the dead began to feel the pressure. Hashirama Senju, it doesn't look good. Madara may be resurrected. Tobirama Senju, Madara, are you going to harm the ninja world? Hiruzen Sarutobi, it looks like there will be big trouble. Hiruzen Sarutobi knew that this problem was very serious. The only thing to be thankful for is that the future 5 Kage have been strengthened. Hiruzen Sarutobi has a good relationship with Anoki. He believes that this old guy, as well as the other Kage, will know what to do. In fact, this is indeed the case. Anoki, Reikage AI, Mizukage Mei Terumi and others, after their joy, immediately noticed the changes in Uchiha Madara. They were extremely sure that Uchiha Madara would definitely choose to resurrect after getting the resurrection card, but they also have a great chance of winning. 2 Ninja Scale Anoki, it's okay. 2.2, we just need to protect Naruto and Sasuke in Konoha village, they will be rewarded soon. Reikage AI, that makes sense, we should gather in Konoha now. Terumi Mei, it seems that it is far from the time to despair. Tsunade, I have to go back too. These strong men are not fools. After watching the video, they also understood, the relationship between villages in the future will be far from being so rigid. Not to mention, there are 2 strong men, Naruto and Sasuke, in Konoha village. After thinking about it, Sarutobi Hiruzen readily agreed. As for whether to guard against other Kages, that is naturally unnecessary, except for Uchiha Madara who is so evil. People like Reikage and Mizukage are not bad people, they will not deliberately make ditches. Besides, the relationship between villages now is far from that bad. It's just that this move made Uchiha Madara himself in the world of the dead a little confused, but he didn't care. Anyway, as long as I get the power of the 6 paths after I am resurrected, it doesn't matter even if Naruto and Sasuke also get that kind of reward. Madara is very confident in his own strength. He doesn't know the cause of his future death. The Akatsuki organization was also dumbfounded. All the members said, then how to catch the 9 tails? Catch the hare. And even Uchiha Madara is going to be resurrected. With his terrifying power, the whole ninja world will be greatly shaken. Many members of the organization think that it may be, the Akatsuki organization is going to disband, but the audiences in other worlds don't care about this. They soon saw the title of the 5th shocking scene in the video. When this scene appeared, countless strong people in the heavens and the worlds were all excited. First update today. Please subscribe. Please vote for the monthly ticket. Muah. Add to email protected. Chapter 66. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others are looking forward to what the fifth shocking scene will be like. In the fairy tale guild, many powerful S-class wizards said that it would definitely exceed their imagination. Guildarts, Mirajin, and even the President Makarov no longer thought about whether they would have the opportunity to be on the list. These viewers only hoped that they would have the opportunity to see more of that amazing scene. That would be enough. In the Bleach world, Ichigo, Yuryu, Chad Yasutora and others also recovered from the shocking battle between Naruto and Sasuke. Ichigo couldn't help but say, Naruto and Sasuke are so amazing. I didn't expect that there are such powerful beings in other worlds. Ichigo was very emotional about this. When he saw his bullhead form appear before, he was a little happy in his heart. Ichigo thought that he should be considered very awesome, right? At least ranked 10th. No matter how awesome the ones in front are, there are only 9 who are stronger than him, right? Result, as the video continued to play, Ichigo finally understood that it was not simply that he was stronger than him, it's so strong. So strong that Ichigo feels that his bullhead form is like a younger brother. The most important thing is, Ichigo knows very well that there are more than 9 people who are more powerful than him. There are even more than those who appear on the video. For example, Ichigo also saw that in the chat group, the powerful Kaido of the beasts is very powerful, but those named Whitebeard, Big Mom, Roger, etc. are not polite at all to Kaido. It can also be known from their conversation. These people are all 4 emperors as strong as Kaido. In that world, there are even admirals, for example, Garp, Sengoku, Kizaru, Akainu, and this also let Ichigo know. There are too many strong people in this world. Not only in Soul Society and Hueco Mundo, there are many powerful monsters. In other worlds, the number of those terrible guys is also beyond imagination. This makes Ichigo more determined to become stronger. In addition, Ichigo also knows, the one called Ulquiorra also obtained the power of the 3-stage return blade. He thought about the 2nd stage of the return to the sword. His own bullhead form could easily beat 01, but the 3rd stage of the return to the sword might not be the case. And Ichigo didn't think that Ulquiorra's strength would be that weak. The 2nd stage of the return to the sword was already very powerful. If he really saw his 3rd stage of the return to the sword, Ichigo would be unsure. For this reason, Ichigo would work harder to practice so that he could protect his companions. In the Hueco Mundo, Aizen was still looking forward to it and fantasizing. Aizen, the next one to appear. It's definitely me. Aizen said that he would definitely fuse the Hogyoku smoothly in the future. Once the fusion with the Hogyoku was successful, he would be the so-called god. Although Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, Aizen also knew that they were quite powerful, but Aizen didn't think that he would be much weaker than them, and if not, then Aizen was going to start thinking. He was looking forward to what this chat group would look like when the group leader popped up, and the audiences in other worlds didn't pay too much attention to the huge changes in the Naruto world. In fact, these strong men are very clear. The world they live in has also changed to some extent. Even the world of Demon Slayer and the plane of Under One Person, the knowledge and cognition of the audience who are not on the list have changed, but this is obviously a good thing, at least for Bai Uekue, Zhang Chulan and others. This is the case, because Bai Uekue said, the extreme beast will not watch this Zhutian Forum. And there is no chance to get rewards and slowly become stronger. So, when Bai Uekue continues to watch, then her strength, it will be easier for her to survive in her world. In addition, Bai Uekue also found that as the video continued to play, the degree of shock increased, the power in her body seemed to increase faster. Bai Uekue also accepted this point. Of course, she didn't mind. As for the Naruto world, for all the ninjas, the world they live in has indeed undergone tremendous changes. Just kidding, this Uchiha Madara is going to be resurrected, but it's a big deal, including the improvement of the strength of the Reikage, Tsuchikage, and Mizukage, especially Gaara. You know, Gaara is just preparing to come to Konoha village to participate in the Chunin exam, and the Sand village is secretly controlled by Orochimaru. He plans to come up with a plan to destroy Konoha. Gaara is their ultimate weapon. As a result, Gaara can directly control the One Tail at will and become a perfect Jinchuriki like Killer Bee. Even Orochimaru, Maki and others may not be able to do anything. What makes them even more confused is that after seeing this video, Gaara seems not so cold-blooded. He is still brooding over the scene in the previous video where he and the 5 Kage teamed up to fight Uchiha Madara. Gaara, will I have companions in the future and fight side by side with others? Gaara remembers it very clearly. He and the 5 Kage cooperated very well, especially, he became the Wind Kage. It must be said that this scene brought a great shock to Gaara's young mind. However, now, many ninjas don't care much about these things. Whether it is Anoki, Reikage AI, or Orochimaru, they have no plans to act now. They are very curious about the next shocking scene. In the world of the dead, Uchiha Madara did intend to resurrect, and he did so directly. No, after resurrection, Madara did not take action immediately because he also hoped to see more. Madara, Kaido, Aizen and others all thought about the next shocking scene. Would it be someone they knew? Madara thought of Hashirama and himself. Kaido was also looking forward to it. It is possible that after the duel with Gear 5 Luffy, in the more distant future, he would gain a power stronger than the Emperor level. However, when the title of the 5th shocking scene appeared, many viewers in the world were stunned. They saw that the screen read, "No 6, Saitama vs Boros. Give the earth a middle part." In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru and others looked at each other. They obviously didn't know who this Saitama was, and who was Boros. The most important thing is, Zhangguo, giving the earth a middle part. What does that mean? Carp, I always feel, it seems very awesome. Kizaru, maybe it's another scary scene. Although I haven't seen it yet, what does it look like? But several Navy combat sealings are beginning to look forward to it. Naruto World, the plane of the dead. Uchiha Madara also raised his eyebrows and became interested. Uchiha Madara, what's the situation? Saitama? I haven't heard of him. Is he a ninja? Or, strong people from other worlds? In the world of death gods, in Hueco Mundo, Aizen couldn't sit still any longer. He was actually very angry inside, but in the end, he calmed down. In fact, Aizen also knew that his strength was considered very strong in the world of death gods. To read the exciting novels, go to Falun Novel Network. But looking at other worlds, it's not necessarily the same. Aizen said that even if he was not afraid of Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Kaido of the Beasts, etc. But the power he fused with the Hogyoku might not be much stronger than this. It was the same idea as Ichigo Kurosaki. There were so many strong people in other worlds, it was hard to say whether it would be his turn. Fortunately, Aizen had already put his mind on the group leader named Su Chen. Aizen planned to wait until he showed up and then think of a way. After all, if this big guy could make a video like this, he could definitely make a second and a third one. By then, maybe this Zhutian Forum will continue to distribute rewards. Yes, Aizen knew it very well. The reason why those who were on the list could get rewards must be related to the group leader. Otherwise, there are so many people who made videos in this Zhutian Forum. It's not that Aizen has not appeared in other videos, but I have never heard of anyone getting a reward. So, Aizen finally calmed down. At the same time, he wanted to see how awesome are these Saitama and Boros. Aizen felt that if he couldn't be satisfied, he would probably be even angrier. And in the Super God universe, the Avengers universe, and the DC universe, there are also many viewers. They expressed curiosity and confusion about this. Tony, Saitama, Boros? Give the earth a middle part. How do you do that? It's really curious. Tony was a little amused. He didn't realize the seriousness of this problem at all. They all thought that this battle might still be at the level of the explosion country. If it was to be improved, it shouldn't be much stronger than the two moves of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. Yin Yang release Raisin Shuriken vs. Indra Zero. Of course, just this level was enough to surprise them. The DC universe was similar. Master Wayne, Wonder Woman Diana, Flash Barry Allen and other strong men were also watching it with great interest at this time. Anyway, no matter what, they could see such a wonderful video. What else is there to complain about? Although Master Wayne felt that no matter who it was, it should not be surpassed. He had seen the scene of Superman and Wonder Woman fighting against Doomsday before. Bruce Wayne even imagined that if that scene was recorded, it would definitely rank first. But he was also curious about the power of ninjutsu, domineering, etc. Therefore, he was not stingy and took the time to immerse himself in those wonderful battles. In particular, Master Wayne also felt it. He watched the video and watched it more. The power in his body seemed to be getting stronger and stronger. Bruce Wayne felt that he could overturn a large truck with one hand. This kind of change made him have no idea to stop watching this video. The same was true for other strong men. Xiado, Bayuekue, Tanjiro and others were also looking forward to seeing the more amazing scene. However, compared to the expectations of many viewers, in the world of One Punch Man, many people showed astonishment. Genos, what? Master, you are on the list. That's great, Geno said excitedly in the room. Saitama next to him was also a little stunned, then he replied, oh, that's great. It looks like we can celebrate. Saitama wanted to perfunctorily, but when he finished reading the title, his eyes changed immediately. Genos, give the earth a middle part. Genos couldn't help swallowing. He read the second half of the sentence. Saitama also sat up. He looked at the three words carefully. Saitama, this Boros, what's your background? Although Saitama is not arrogant, he knows his own strength. The monsters he met before, whether they were tiger, ghost or dragon level, were all defeated with one punch. As for beating them to the point of giving the earth a middle part, although Saitama at that time hadn't imagined what the scene would be like. He knew it very well, just looking at the title, that battle would definitely be much more intense than what he had experienced before. Saitama, could it be that this Boros has the power to fight me? Saitama got a little excited. Yes, he was not interested in many things. This was due to the side effects of turning on the limiter. Saitama's various emotions were slowly weakening. Perhaps it wouldn't be long before he would completely become a human without emotions. He wouldn't be afraid, wouldn't be scared, wouldn't be happy. But since he gained power, Saitama's desire for the strong has become stronger and stronger. Although Saitama only regarded the previous shocking scenes as fun, but now it's his turn. If he could meet a creature that could fight him heartily, Saitama would be very happy. The Hero Association also started searching as soon as possible. They had searched before, but they couldn't find any information about Uchiha Madara, Kurosaki Ichigo, etc. But Saitama's information is in there. The staff of the Hero Association are a little surprised. He's just a C-rank hero. How can this even make the list? Isn't that right? In the battle between Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke just now, their strength has surpassed sea level. Could it be that this Saitama actually has more than sea level power? How is that possible? How could there be a problem with our assessment? Of course these people were unwilling to admit it. Even if something really goes wrong, how bad can it be? He's just a C-class hero. Could he have hidden his power? His true strength can reach S-class. That's a joke. Looking around the world, no one will believe it. Moreover, in the Hero Association, all the S-class heroes, such as Bang, Atomic Samurai, Tornado and others, also quickly got the news about Saitama. They were all confused. Bang became interested. Bang, huh? A C-class hero can also make the list. Saitama, interesting, then let me see it. Bang's mentality is very good. As an old man, he will not be picky when he comes across these rare things. But Atomic Samurai sneered. Atomic Samurai, I thought that the videos were arranged in order of shocking degree. Now it seems that this fifth one may not be as exciting as the first four. Atomic Samurai is still very arrogant. Asking him to appreciate the battle of a C-class hero, that is simply a waste of his time. Tornado is even more so. Her temper broke out at this moment. Tornado, what's the situation? Is this author crazy? A C-class hero can be on the list, but I can't. Damn it. If I have the chance to meet that author, I will definitely make him look good. Tornado was very angry. Beside her, her sister Fubuki said weakly, maybe, sister will appear later. As soon as these words came out, Tornado's anger was extinguished immediately. She thought to herself, this is indeed very likely. Since Saitama, who is C-level, can be ranked 5th, then it's okay for her, who is 2nd in S-level, to be ranked in the top 2. No, judging by the degree of shock, maybe it's okay to be ranked 1st. When Tornado thought of this, her anger completely dissipated. Instead, she felt a little proud. At this time, the audience in the heavens and the worlds also saw it. in the video, the picture began to slowly appear. This is the second update today. Please subscribe. Please give me a monthly ticket. Thanks. Add your support by emailing, email protected. Chapter 67. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this moment, in the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels were also confused. They were also completely unaware of Saitama and Boros, but Angel Yen noticed that the title mentioned the Earth. However, when she immediately went to search, she found that there was no one named Saitama or Boros on Earth. Obviously, these should be people from other worlds. However, Angel Jishin, give the Earth a middle part. Sister Yen, what will the shocking scene be like this time? Seeing this title, even Jishin was confused. She is a genius in the angel civilization. At the age of only 500, she became the right-wing guard of Holy Kesha, but she still doesn't understand. What does it mean to give the Earth a middle part? What kind of scene is that? But in fact, even Angel Yen, Angel Lang and others don't understand it at all. Angel Yen, in short, we will get the answer soon. I don't know how far this battle will go. Angel Yen also became curious. All the angels are looking forward to continuing to see the shocking scene. I believe it will definitely be very exciting. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Agatsuma Zenitsu, Inosuke and others also focused on it. They said that no matter what kind of strong person it was, for them, it was beyond imagination and was like a god. It was like this from the beginning with Gyuto Ichigo. Tanjiro and others felt that Uchiha Madara was even more exaggerated. Not to mention, Luffy's Saruto gun of the 5th gear and Naruto Uzumaki's Inyang style Raisin Shuriken. So, they knew very well that this time, Saitama and Boros were definitely amazing, and this also filled their hearts with anticipation. In the world of fairy tale, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others were also gearing up. Natsu, it really makes people feel excited. What kind of person will Saitama be? Including S-class wizards such as Gildarts and Mirajin, they were also very curious. However, compared to their expectations, in fact, in the world of One Punch Man, when Genos, Saitama and others were watching seriously, in the universe, inside a spaceship, Boros himself sneered. Boros, I didn't expect that I would be chosen. The author is really mysterious. But who is this Saitama? Is he worthy of fighting with me? To fight with me, he must be at least at the level of the group leader. Yes, Boros had also noticed this inventory video before. He clicked it casually and watched it with interest, but those shocking scenes were nothing to him. Whether it was Uchiha Madara's meteorite falling from the sky or Straw Hat Luffy's monkey god spear, Boros didn't take it seriously. He was only interested in the group leader. This was because he saw that there were rewards for this list of videos. Especially the props for resurrection. That's why Boros paid some attention. Otherwise, Boros actually didn't want to watch it before. He thought it was boring. However, even so, he was still full of disdain for Saitama, because Boros said that he was invincible. No one in this universe could defeat him. And Boros noticed, the title said that the Earth, that he was now heading to the planet called Earth. The fortune teller said that his enemy was on a distant planet. This made Boros's eyes condense. Boros, I see, then it seems that Saitama may be able to fight with me. Well, let me see what you are capable of. Boros regarded Saitama as the person mentioned in the prophecy. He thought there was nothing wrong with it. After thinking this through, Boros also patiently said so. He had joined the group chat before, but he had never said anything. But Boros thought, after this time, his name will probably be completely resounding in other universes. After all, before, watching the chats of those guys in the group, Boros wanted to laugh. What about Kaido, Whitebeard, Uchiha Madara, etc.? Do you think this is a powerful godlike power? Boros laughed at this. If that's the case, then he is a god in the eyes of the gods. In other words, he was too lazy to pay attention. Otherwise Boros would have wanted to speak, but fortunately, he finally held back, and at this time, Boros also saw the scene in the video appear. The same is true for other viewers in the heavens and the worlds. Xiaodo, hiss, it started. By Uekue, it's really exciting. I wonder what kind of shocking scene will appear this time. Giving the Earth a middle part, it sounds awesome just by listening to it. The aloof by Uekue is like a little fangirl at this time. being able to witness the shocking scenes beyond imagination in other universes, even by Uchiha will be very interested. Tanjiro, I wonder how far the duel between Saitama and Boros will go. Whitebeard, Gulala, this is really interesting. The strong men were excited. They soon saw that a bald head appeared in the picture. This made many viewers look puzzled. Angel Jishin, what's the situation? Is he Saitama? Angel Yen, a bald head? This is quite rare. Uzumaki Naruto, oh my god. It feels like this Saitama brother is very powerful, and he has a cloak. Bruce Wayne, he looks like Superman. Wait a minute, this guy is not as powerful as Superman, is he? Although Master Wayne thought that there would not be any more shocking scenes than what he had seen before. The final battle between Superman, Wonder Woman, and himself and Doomsday, but if there is someone as powerful as Superman in other worlds, Bruce Wayne would not be so confident, because he knew that Superman, even a nuclear bomb can't kill him. This is no joke. In the eyes of mortals, Superman is a god. He can fly into space easily. Bruce Wayne knows, if Superman were to deal with Kaido, the king of beasts, or Uchiha Sasuke's ultimate Susanoo, it would be a piece of cake. The two are not in the same league. Therefore, Bruce Wayne couldn't help but take Saitama seriously. At the same time, he felt like he had just woken up from a dream. This is only the 5th shocking scene, the first 5, what kind of monster will it be? However, Master Wayne did not draw a conclusion immediately. He thought, let's take a look first. It is possible that Saitama is just stronger than Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, and so on. If that is the case, then Master Wayne will not panic. In the Avengers universe, Tony, Captain America, Banner and others also restrained their smiles. They knew very well that no matter how strong Saitama was, this 5th shocking scene, the scene that will appear next, will definitely be very shocking. There is nothing wrong with that. However, when they saw Boros and heard what he said, many strong people in the heavens and the world were a little confused. Everyone saw that in the video. Saitama came to a huge spaceship alone. This scene also shocked many S-class heroes in the One Punch Man world. Bang! What is that spaceship? Is it from outer space? To read the violent novels, go to Falun Novel Network. Bang immediately realized that this problem was a bit serious. A weirdo from outer space, that strength, how strong can he be? Atomic Samurai, it seems that there will be a big disaster in the future. Atomic Samurai actually understands that Saitama seems to be more than just the surface. However, his stereotype makes it difficult for him to imagine it. How strong can a C-class hero be? Atomic Samurai still thinks that if this C-class hero can deal with this monster, then he, who is ranked 4th in the S-class, must have no problem. Maybe, does Saitama really have S-class power? This is Atomic Samurai's greatest imagination of Saitama, and if you say that he is actually far superior, even crushing the first S-class, Atomic Samurai will never believe it. He will think that you are dreaming. But the point is not here. It is what everyone sees. Saitama's opponent Boros, and his appearance, in the world of Ling Kage, Little Loli Xiaodo, by Uchiha, Fatty Shonda and others all held their breath. Xiaodo, one-eyed man, oh my god, is this an alien? This is not a human. By Uchiha, this battle. It will definitely be amazing. Shonda, so strong, too exaggerated. For the group of immortal cultivators on the ground, they had seen those amazing scenes before. Those powerful people were at least humans, or in human form, right? Including Ulquiorra, who also looked very similar, but this Boros was not. Although he was in human form, he looked very fierce. In the DC universe, Master Wayne was completely frustrated. He used to think that monsters like Doomsday were much more terrifying than the nine-tailed demon fox and Susanoo, but now seeing this Boros, Master Wayne also felt that his strength was, it should be very scary. In the Avengers universe, Tony, Captain America, Banner and others looked even more serious. Even in the One Punch Man world, those staff members who looked down on Saitama just now were speechless. Even the relaxed expressions on the faces of the S-class heroes disappeared without a trace. Just kidding, this Boros looks very strong. Saitama, can you handle it? Such a scene also made many viewers more curious. However, what shocked them was still to come. The strong men soon heard Saitama in the video say, "Ah. Here we are." Saitama trotted all the way to the final boss, Boros, on the throne. Boros, wearing armor, saw Saitama. He seemed to have discovered something, and he slowly walked down and said, "I didn't expect someone to be here. Before the fight begins, please sign up first. I am the leader of the Dark Thieves group, Dark Matter. The overlord of the entire universe." Boros, hearing this, Saitama also responded calmly. "I am just doing this out of interest. Oh, no, now I should be considered a professional hero, Saitama. But you are so brave, you actually dared to invade what is your purpose?" Hearing Saitama's question, Boros did not hesitate at all and answered. "Purpose? It's also very simple. When I conquered the space, I was too strong, so no one in the universe could fight me. I felt very painful about this. At this time, a fortune teller told me that on a distant planet, there was someone who could fight with me and satisfy my desire. So, I spent decades to get here. Come on. Saitama, give my life some excitement. This is my goal." At the end, Boros's face became more and more ferocious. The strong men saw that in the video. Saitama, who heard this, was still very calm, but the audiences from all over the world, one by one, all had their eyes wide open. Some were scared. In the world of Ling Kage, little lowly Xiado, by Uekue, Fat Man Shonda and others were all stunned in place. Their brains were roaring, and they couldn't believe what they heard. Xiado, the overlord of the universe. Boros is so powerful, isn't this too amazing? Xiado was dumbfounded. She could never have imagined that the person who appeared this time would have such a great background. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru and others were also stunned. In their worldview, of course, they knew what the universe was. After all, Enelu wanted to go to the moon at that time, but they could never imagine that there were really other creatures in this universe. Although they didn't understand the concept very well, Garp, Sengoku, Akainu and other admirals all felt a chill on their backs, obviously. This man named Boros is very powerful. I'm afraid it will be beyond imagination. In the Naruto world, Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others also feel a lot of pressure. The aura of Boros when he appeared on the stage felt many times stronger than that of Kaido and Uchiha Madara, so his strength, to what extent will it reach? And many viewers also began to wonder. This power of Saitama, seeing this, everyone certainly understood it completely. This Saitama must have something, otherwise, how could he create such a shocking scene? But, can he beat Boros? To all the strong men, the title of the Universe Overlord is too loud, especially Zhang Chulan, Wang Yi, Zhuge Qin, who have modern backgrounds. When they saw the existence of aliens, their three views were shattered. Zhang Chulan, damn, I've never seen such a thing in my life. Aliens. This is too outrageous. Wang Yi, this battle, I'm afraid it will hit us and refresh our worldview. Wang also made a prediction in advance, however, at this moment. The audience in the heavens and the world saw, in the video, when Boros finished speaking, Saitama in front of him calmly punched out, the next second. Bang! Everyone saw that Boros didn't resist at all and flew backwards, then he smashed into the wall fiercely. Such a scene made the strong men a little stunned. In the world of One Punch Man, Bang, Atomic Samurai, Tornado and others, the expressions changed instantly. They are all real strong men, of course. They can see how terrifying Saitama's ordinary punch just now is. In a certain room, Geno sat upright. He is currently the only person who has known a little about Saitama's strength. Therefore, Genos has great confidence in his teacher. He thinks that what he has to do is to watch the teachers fight carefully and learn from it, and Saitama on the side is also a little looking forward to it. He hopes that Boros can have a hearty fight with him and give him some stimulation. Then Saitama will be very happy. If Boros knew this idea, that I'm afraid he would be completely dumbfounded. However, seeing this scene, in a certain spaceship, Boros finally showed an excited expression on his face. Boros, so that's it. Saitama, it's really good. Your strength should be able to excite me. Ha ha ha, fight. Let me see how strong you can be. Saitama's punch made Boros, who originally had no interest, immediately focus. the other strong men in the heavens and myriad worlds were even more so. They all stared with wide eyes and watched very seriously. First update today. Please subscribe. Please vote for me. My performance is very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 68. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, the expressions of the angels became very strange. If they had seen the battle between Kaido, Gear 5 Luffy, Uchiha Sasuke and others before, they would have thought that it was not too exaggerated, but now, seeing the universe overlord Boros appear. For the angels, they could not remain calm at all, because, this has directly crossed over to the level of the universe, especially, the title of the overlord of the universe. It sounds like they are not good people. Angels are a god-level civilization. The king of angels, Holy Kesha, even calls himself the king of gods, although it sounds more awesome than the overlord of the universe. They also know that this is only the 5th shocking scene. What level will the first 5 be? Thinking of this, even the Holy Kesha on the throne became more focused. She had a vague feeling in her heart, the shocking scenes that will appear next, even she will appear, and the feeling of having her 3 views refreshed. However, Shinkai is still looking forward to it. In the back garden of Mellow Heaven, the king of Tianji Hashi also opened her beautiful eyes at this time. She thought of more. In addition to the power of the universe overlord Boros, and this Saitama. I don't know why, but she always feels that Saitama is stronger than Boros. The powerful here does not mean being able to defeat Boros, but crush, especially when she saw that Saitama punched Boros away. She felt even more so. In fact, many strong people in the world think so. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru and others were all stunned. Obviously, they didn't expect that Boros would be so domineering when he appeared. He looked like he was invincible. In the end, he was punched away by Saitama. In the world of Naruto, Uchiha Madara was also shocked. He was still looking forward to it. Will he or Hashirama be among the people who will appear later? Because Uchiha Madara said that he and Hashirama have created many shocking scenes, he feels that there should be a chance to be on the list, but when the title appears, Madara will know, it is not the 2 of them, nor the ninjas he is familiar with. As for the identities of Saitama and Boros, Uchiha Madara is not clear, but now that he knows, he is shocked. Uchiha Madara, how strong is this Boros? The title of Overlord of the Universe, Uchiha Madara felt it was exaggerated. For the first time, he felt that his worldview was about to be refreshed. 290 In the world of death gods, in Hueco Mundo, even Aizen was stunned. He had thought before that if the shocking scene created by the person who appeared this time was something he could achieve, Aizen might be furious, but now, his thoughts have changed. And the audiences of all the heavens and worlds also know that the battle has just begun. Boros was knocked away by Saitama's punch. It doesn't mean that his strength is not good. On the contrary, the strong men saw the power of Saitama and began to look forward to it more. There is no need to say much about Boros's combat power. Saitama seems to be very powerful too, right? So, the shocking scene that will appear next will surely be extremely astonishing. The powerful men expressed their expectations. In addition, regarding the super god universe and the angel civilization, Angel Yen also analyzed it. Naboros said that it took them decades to reach the Earth, but for the angels, the angel nebula is very, very far away from the Earth in the super god universe. But based on the existence of the big insect bridge and the cruise control function of the angel wings, they can quickly travel through the universe. Therefore, it will not take too long for the angel civilization to cross millions of light years to reach the Earth. This made the angels feel a little relieved. Fortunately, at least, from a technological perspective, Naboros is far inferior to the angels. But in terms of individual attribute strength, it may not be the case, because the angels saw it. In the video, after Naboros was hammered away by Saitama, his armor fell off, but the next second an extremely terrifying aura burst out from his body. Boros continued to increase his aura. This scene shocked many viewers in the world. In the pirate world, Kaido, Whitebeard, Shanks and others could not sit still. Kaido, what kind of power is this? That even though Kaido was calm, he was shocked and speechless after feeling this aura. All the powerful people in the world felt the terrifying power coming from Boros. It was a powerful aura far beyond Uchiha Madara and Gear 5 Luffy. Everyone immediately knew that the power of Boros might be more terrifying than they imagined. And, the next second, they also saw that in the video, Boros made a move. At this moment, many viewers saw that after Boros accumulated power and exploded, he suddenly rushed toward Saitama. The speed was amazing. Its strength was also exaggerated. In the eyes of countless strong men, Boros threw countless punches in 1 second, and Saitama defended with one hand. Then, he was directly knocked away by Boros. Everyone's hearts were immediately excited. In the world of Ling Kage, the little lowly Xiaodo, by Uekue, the fat man Shanda and others were all watching very attentively. They all knew that this duel must be amazing. It can't be missed no matter what. In the world of Fairy Tail, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others also stared intently. They saw that Saitama was walking backwards. He was walking backwards at such a fast speed. With this operation, Natsu and others were directly shown. Natsu, Gray and others had been wondering what level of strength Saitama had, after seeing him throw that punch. Gildarts, Mirajin and others knew that they were far from being his opponents, now seeing Saitama walking backwards. And looking so handsome, they were even more shocked. However, Boros's strength is also terrifying. He is getting faster and faster. In the end, he turned into a stream of light. He knocked Saitama into the air, and then, there were all kinds of punches. The momentum of both sides was extremely strong, in the world of One Punch Man. Bang, Atomic Samurai, Tornado and others' eyes gradually became dull. Bang, it's unbelievable, how strong is that man? Atomic Samurai, tell me this is C-class hero? Damn! What the hell are those good-for-nothings in the Hero Association doing? That Atomic Samurai admires the strong. Previously, he just thought that Saitama was a C-class hero, so he didn't bother to pay more attention to him. Now seeing his strength, Atomic Samurai dare not neglect him at all, and the proud Tornado was actually shocked at this time. She just thought that it was absurd that a C-class hero appeared in this shocking scene without her. Tornado thought that she was much stronger than Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke and others. It was even more impossible for a C-class hero to compare with her. But now seeing the battle between Saitama and Boros in the video, Tornado knew in her heart that she might really be able to compete with him. No match for that guy. Will such a strong man appear? Humph. I will definitely not lose then. Tornado turned her beautiful face to one side and hummed again, but she turned back immediately. To read the exciting novel, go to Follow Novel Network. Because Tornado didn't want to miss this wonderful scene. The same was true for other audiences in the heavens and the worlds. At this moment, many strong men were very excited. Even Saitama had a slight smile on his face. He looked at the power displayed by Boros. He was already a little satisfied. Of course, this was not enough. But obviously, Boros has not yet erupted with all his strength. So, Saitama is looking forward to it, that Boros can bring out more power. Who knows, he can really satisfy me. Next to him, Genos watched. The CPU was about to burn out. Damn it, the strength of these two people is too exaggerated, right? Especially Genos, including other heroes in the Hero Association. In the video, when Boros was having a great time, some fancy comments appeared on the screen. It said, disaster level, God. This made the heroes breathe faster. At this moment, whether it was Dark Shine, Metal Bat or Child Emperor and other S-class heroes, they were all stunned. Dark Shine, oh my God, the disaster level has reached God. That's the planetary level. Is this, Rose so strong. Metal Baseball, cut it out. So exaggerated. Child Emperor, how to fight this? Can Saitama win? Although they are S-class heroes in the Hero Association. They are respected by the citizens and are very powerful, but if they are asked to deal with a god-level monster, they will not be able to win. What makes them most helpless is that just looking at the video, the power that Boros bursts out seems, is that really the case? His current battle with Saitama is just a warm-up. Many strong men have seen this. In this regard, all the S-class heroes can only hope that Saitama can win this battle. However, they all feel in their hearts that this possibility is too small. Are you kidding? If there is someone on Earth who can beat even a god-level monster, how can he be unknown and only a C-class hero? Of course, there is also the trump card of Blast in the Hero Association. Therefore, after being shocked, they also calm down. At the same time, they want to see what kind of divine power this Boros will show later. Only in this way can his disaster level reach the god level. Moreover, these S-class heroes, the evaluation of this inventory video has suddenly become extremely high. In fact, they watched Kaido fight with Luffy, the Fifth Gear, the Five Shadows, and Uchiha Madara before. In fact, they didn't feel much. Unexpectedly, when this fifth shocking scene came out, it raised the level so high. At the same time, these strong men did not forget it. This fifth shocking scene is so fierce. Atomic Samurai, Golu. Even the somewhat arrogant heroes like Atomic Samurai and Tornado dared not imagine it at this time. Fortunately, they did not struggle too much. Now watching the battle between Saitama and Boros is the best way, and in the world of One Punch, somewhere in the universe, Boros was also watching with great interest. He was not panicked at all at this time, just like what other strong men thought. Boros knew better that he was far from giving his full strength in the video, therefore, failing to defeat Saitama was not a big problem. On the contrary, Saitama could actually fight him. And he fought so many punches. This made Boros immediately believe that the prophecy said by the fortune teller was true. On that distant planet, there really was an opponent who could fight him. This made Boros, who was rushing to the earth, completely excited. Not only that, the audiences in all the heavens and worlds also saw it soon. In the video, Saitama and Boros rushed towards each other. After the two punched each other again, Boros's arm was actually broken directly by Saitama. In the video, Boros was also a little surprised and said, "I didn't expect that you could fight me to such an extent after I released my power." Hearing this, Saitama still replied calmly, "Well, you are very strong." That as soon as these words came out, many strong men in the heavens and the worlds felt inexplicably, it seems like Saitama can win. They saw Saitama was so calm. Angel Yen, this Saitama, how strong is it? In the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, Angel Yen, Angel Leng, Angel Jishin and others were all confused. As the saying goes, those who are involved are confused, but those who are on the sidelines can see things clearly. They completely agree. Compared to the power displayed by Boros, this Saitama, it feels like they haven't taken it seriously at all. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru and others were also a little surprised. To be honest, they were all shocked by Boros' aura before. The oppressive feeling brought by this one-eyed alien is really strong, especially after he exploded. That breath is not false at all. It was just transmitted to them through the video. It made many strong people in the world of pirates feel a lot of pressure. If they really face a monster like Boros, then when the fight breaks out, they may not even dare to move. The gap in strength is too big. But the result, what they didn't expect was, after this duel, Saitama seems to have the upper hand. Whether it is the king's backward walk with full force, or the calm fistfight with Boros, each of these actions seems to show the power of Saitama. But this point, Boros, who was watching the video, didn't see it at all. He was just like himself in the video, excited about Saitama's strength. Boros, great. That's it. Saitama, the stronger you are, the happier I am. This just proves that I was right to come to you from a million light years away. Boros is the strongest person in their tribe. He made this decision, and many people, including his subordinates, thought he was crazy, and it seemed meaningless, but Boros really couldn't stand this boring. No matter who fought him, they would lie down in a few hits. Some could even be solved with one punch. This made Boros feel numb. If someone really appeared and could fight him, then even if he had to pay the price of his life for it, Boros would not mind. And at this time, the strong men of the heavens and the world saw. In the video, Boros and Saitama launched another amazing attack. The speed of their punches was already faster than many people could imagine. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, Inosuke and others all opened their mouths wide. Their minds had gone blank. They couldn't imagine what kind of strong men they were watching fighting. In other worlds, could there be such strong men? Tanjiro was completely stunned. In the Naruto world, Naruto, Sasuke, Neji and others who were originally very excited were also shocked after seeing such a shocking duel. Not only did the two men's fists bombard people with dazzling blows, but their speed was getting more and more exaggerated. Boros was like a flash of lightning, he turned into light and shadow, whizzed past, and constantly collided with Saitama. Both of them turned into streams of light. But at this moment, the strong men saw that Boros actually punched Saitama and sent him flying. And he quickly chased after him, not giving Saitama any time to react. Such a scene made countless viewers' heartbeats accelerate. They knew in their hearts that this battle might be extremely amazing. The second update today. Please subscribe. Please vote for the monthly ticket. Mwah. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. I'm a big shot. Chapter 69. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others were completely excited. They watched very attentively. They were so excited. Before this, no one in the fairy tale guild could have imagined that this duel would be so amazing. They had just thought that it would be more shocking than the duel between Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. But they didn't expect it to be so much better. But this, of course, it's a good thing. The audiences from all over the world didn't mind at all. They were able to see this kind of battle scene. On the contrary, they were extremely excited, even the audiences from the Demon Slayer world and the Spirit Cage world. They were watching very seriously at this time. They didn't want to miss any scene. Inosuke, Tanjiro, Agatsuma Zenitsu and others. Just now they were still thinking about wanting to learn ninjutsu. They thought that was the strongest power in other universes, or in all over the world, because it was already exaggeratedly strong. Until now, they know how naive they were at that time. Tanjiro, this is simply, it's not something a human can do, right? Tanjiro said, his mind was opened wide. He had witnessed a truly amazing scene. Even Inosuke, who was standing next to him, had a dull mind. It was as if he had stopped thinking, but the next second, Inosuke kept breathing out of his nose. Inosuke, too strong. Too strong. I want to get this power, and then go and kill all the demons. Inosuke said that if he could master this kind of divine power, let alone the demon King Muzan, even if there were 10 or 100 evil demons at the level of Muzan, he could hang them up and beat them. Just kidding. In the video now, the speed and power displayed by Saitama and Boros shocked countless strong men in the heavens and the worlds, in the super god universe and the angel civilization. Even the angels were watching intently at this time. Even the communication between them had decreased, for fear that they would miss some wonderful scenes if they were not careful. For many viewers in the heavens and the worlds, they felt that it is so worth it, especially, Kaido, Sengoku, Byakuya and others all felt it. When the battle between Saitama and Boros started, those who watched the video, the increase of strength in their bodies seemed to become much faster. In the Avengers universe, Tony, Captain America, Banner and others were all watching intently. Even in that universe, in Temple 1, the powerful Thanos was watching with a fixed look in his eyes. For Thanos, the strength of Boros is actually not a big threat. Thanos said that if he had the power of the gem, he could fight at will. As long as he had one, he could beat Boros and Saitama, at least. This is what Thanos thinks now. And how strong is Saitama really? Thanos is not sure at the moment, but he is happy to continue watching. Thanos thinks that this battle is quite interesting. It is worth his time to watch it carefully. Maybe, the scene afterwards, even he will be surprised. And at this time, in the Dragon Ball universe, on Namek, Frieza watched the video and a smile slowly appeared on his face. Frieza, Oya, it turns out that there are still famous scenes worth watching. I thought they were all so boring scenes. Roar, it's interesting. At this time, Frieza was collecting Dragon Balls on Namek. He had sent his men out. In his spare time, he actually saw this inventory video. He started watching it immediately. However, after watching it for a while, Frieza felt it was boring. He just walked away, but beside him, Sabo and Dodoria were watching with interest. They also made a few sarcastic remarks from time to time. Did they think this was shocking? They could only think like this. For those weak guys, such a scene might be really shocking. And Sabo and Dodoria also fantasized about whether they would have a chance to be on the list. At the same time, they also felt that the first place in this shocking inventory video must be King Frisia. If not, it can only mean that the author does not know what is truly powerful and shocking. And then, when Sabo and Dodoria saw that Uchiha Madara was rewarded with a resurrection card, their expressions changed. Then they immediately notified Frisia. Frisia heard the smile on his face and froze. He was shocked. Then he continued to watch. He also swore that he must be on the list and get the resurrection card, otherwise, Frisia said he would kill the author. Are you kidding? These scumbags can make the list, can't I, Frisia? I have to say that this Zhutian forum actually rewards props such as resurrection cards. Frisia was really a little scared. He collected Dragon Balls because he knew that if he collected 7 of them, he could make a wish. Frisia wanted to be immortal and never die. If there was an item like a resurrection card, he would certainly covet it. However, Frisia felt that even so, those shocking scenes were not attractive to him at all. Just kidding, Frisia had often seen scenes of planetary explosions. How could he be interested in such a country-level explosion attack? The power of his eyes was more powerful than this, fortunately. Now seeing the battle between Saitama and Boros, Frisia finally had some patience to watch it. He felt that the video was starting to look good. Frisia thought that Boros's combat power was pretty good, although it was far inferior to the Jinya force. It was also a talent worth recruiting. Frisia valued talent very much, and Saitama was even more powerful. With Frisia's strength, it can be seen, in this duel, Saitama has an absolute upper hand. If Frisia can recruit this kind of creature, he will be very happy. As for the fact that they are creatures from other worlds, Frisia didn't pay attention to this before, so he didn't know. He thought that Saitama and Boros were somewhere in this universe. Frisia hasn't joined the chat group yet. He didn't even look at it and had no interest at all before. Compared with Frisia's calmness, the strong men from other worlds were completely attracted by the scene in the video at this time. The strong men saw that in the video, Boros punched Saitama and sent him flying far away. He didn't stop at all. He continued to rush forward and kicked with his feet, instantly smashed the pillar and kicked toward Saitama. Saitama dodged left and right, and Boros chased him closely. The speed of the two people was getting faster and faster. Boros even turned into a ray of light. He kept bombarding Saitama. The two fought from the inside of the spaceship to the outside of the spaceship. When they landed again, Saitama still didn't say a word. His body was covered with a lot of dust. Boros, who was opposite him, said excitedly, "Not bad. You are really strong. This is the first time that I, Boros, have met an opponent who is equally strong as me." As soon as these words appeared, Boros was completely excited. In the One Punch Man world, he had never expected that Saitama could be so strong. Boros was already a little held just by watching the video. He even wanted to rush to the earth immediately to have a real fight with Saitama instead of just watching the video. Boros, it's really exciting. Great. My journey was not in vain, ha ha ha. Boros was not afraid of wasting time or getting hurt. What he feared most was not finding an opponent. If he spent decades and ran so far, and still only met scum that he could easily deal with, then Boros would be depressed to death. And in the Hero Association, those S-class heroes saw this level of battle, and their brains were buzzing. They were completely dumbfounded. At this moment, even Bang, Atomic Samurai, Tornado, and other S-class heroes, they all saw that Boros was stronger than they had ever imagined. He was the strongest monster they had ever seen. Atomic Samurai, what a scene, what a wonderful duel. To read exciting novels, go to Falun Novel Network. Bang, can the young man named Saitama win? Bang was still a little worried, although, now it seems that Saitama can still fight and is not seriously injured. It is hard to judge. Is it possible that Saitama has been stunned? Unable to refute calmly. Only Genos and Saitama looked very calm. Genos knew very well that the teacher would not lose. Even if Boros was stronger, the teacher would definitely win. Saitama's idea was the same as Boros. It was also the first time he saw a monster who could fight with him for so long. Saitama knew very well that the self in the video did not attack directly just because he wanted to see the stronger power of Boros. He was always on passive defense. He knew very well that the self in the video must also want to feel the feeling of being beaten by a monster. Saitama remembered the shocking duel with the underground man in his dream. he also longed for such an opponent to appear. As for the audience in other worlds, at this time, everyone was stunned, no matter if it was the people in the pirate world, the Naruto world, or the Bleach world. It was hard to imagine what level the strength of these two people had reached. The most important thing was, at this moment, the strong men in the heavens and the world saw it. In the video, after Boros finished speaking, he continued, "But now, I want to release the powerful energy in my body." As he spoke, the momentum of Boros suddenly increased. The terrifying aura frightened many viewers in the heavens and the worlds. They stared with their eyes wide open. Some of them couldn't believe it. Kaido, Sengoku, Aizen, and other strong men couldn't imagine how terrible the shot that Boros was going to fire was. Zero asking for flowers. That feeling directly surpassed the fifth gear Luffy's Monkey God gun, and the energy battle between Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. In the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, the angels were also surprised. They knew very well that the personal attributes of this Boros were already very terrible. Perhaps even the third generation of guardian angels were not his opponents. Saitama's strength is even more unfathomable. Until now, the angels are willing to believe that Saitama is far from using his true strength. He is not beaten to death. The angels didn't know exactly how much was hidden. They only knew that this battle would definitely not end so easily. At this time, the warriors saw that the energy that Boros exploded in the video reached an extremely terrifying level. He continued, "If ordinary people come into contact with this energy, they will be reduced to ashes. Come on, Saitama, let me see if you can block it," he said. Boom! Under the gaze of countless spectators, the terrifying energy cannon was blasted out by Boros. Such a scene made many strong men hold their breath. In the Naruto world, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and others were all dumbfounded. Sasuke was still complacent before. He would become very strong in the future. He might be the strongest in the ninja world. He is still the strongest in the universe, because Sasuke believes that his ultimate Susanoo is not inferior to Kaido, Gear 5th Luffy or Ichigo. Even though the shocking scenes before have not been played yet, Sasuke said that even if he appears, he should still have a place, right? Result, the terrifying power of Boros shocked many powerful people in the world. Everyone saw that the terrifying energy cannon seemed to devour everything and caused a huge explosion on the spacecraft. At the same time, the barrage also floated a word. The determined cannon for small fries. Many people in the universe think that this nickname is absolutely correct. He is really the determined cannon for small fries. In the world of One Punch Man, Boros still has an excited expression on his face. Boros, Saitama, you are not going to die just like that, right? Boros knew his trump card. This small fish firm cannon was still a little short of his real power, so, Boros was not panicked. He even hoped that Saitama could be stronger. Soon, when the flames and smoke dissipated, the strong men saw that in the video, Saitama was indeed fine. But what surprised many viewers was that Boros instantly appeared behind Saitama. Then, another terrifying punch was thrown. With such a powerful force and continuous offensive, the audiences in other worlds felt under great pressure. In the world of One Punch Man, the S-class heroes were even more so. At this moment, whether it was Tornado, Bang, or Atomic Samurai, they all knew very well that if they were asked to deal with Boros, they would have knelt down when the cannon just now came. Tornado said that although she could fly, Boros's speed could completely knock her down before she could react. And in the video, Boros himself was also very excited. He felt that his cannon and punch would definitely stun Saitama. However, what shocked the audience in all the worlds was that the video continued to play. They saw that after Saitama had been beaten so badly, Boros was excited but breathless at the same time, thinking that he had achieved a staged victory, and when he stopped, Saitama said indifferently, "Is that it? No more fighting, right?" But when he said this, Saitama's eyes were very sharp, but there seemed to be a hint of disappointment in his eyes. When this scene appeared, all the worlds were silent. The next second, they were all boiling again. Natsu, what the hell? How strong is this brother Saitama? Naruto, god damn it. Too awesome. Brother Saitama, can he be invincible? By Uekue, this is simply too amazing. How far can this battle go? At this moment, countless strong men in the heavens and the worlds were stunned. At the same time, they were more expectant and curious about the scene that would appear in the video. Even Boros himself in a certain spaceship was stunned for a moment, and then he showed unprecedented ferocity and excitement. Boros, okay. Saitama, you are indeed the person I am looking for. I fully recognize your strength, then next, let me show you my real strength. Boros has been a little crazy, he has been waiting for this day for a long time. First update today. Please subscribe. Please vote for the monthly ticket. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. You my mua, email protected. Chapter 70. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this moment, in the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels were extremely shocked. They had never thought before that they would see such a scene. At this moment, no matter it was Angel Yen, Angel Lang, Angel Jishin and others, they were all very surprised. They originally thought that Boros released the terrifying power in his body, which was the so-called small fish identification cannon. The energy was transmitted from the video, even the angels felt it was exaggerated. Even they did not dare to respond. But unexpectedly, Saitama did not even dodge. Everyone also knew that it was because Saitama blocked most of the attacks that this energy cannon did not cause great range damage, but it was already very terrifying. In particular, they also saw that after Boros fired a cannon, he immediately rushed behind Saitama and punched him mercilessly. The power of that punch was also quite terrifying. The angels all thought that even if Saitama was stronger and stronger than Boros, he would still be injured, right? But the result was, he actually showed a disappointed expression. He asked Boros if he was not going to fight anymore. It was as if he was saying, "Is this all you have? One punch is enough." That such a scene made the angels unable to see clearly how strong Saitama was. They did think before that Saitama might be able to defeat Boros, but it should be a fierce battle. But now it seems that it is not the case. Of course, the angels also knew that Boros, it seems that he has not yet exerted his full strength, and this makes them more and more expectant. The angels know that this battle is far from over. Next, there will definitely be a more shocking scene of 760, although they can't imagine it, but even on the throne, Holy Kesha looked forward a little, obviously immersed in it. This immersive experience is quite good. Kaido couldn't help but give a thumbs up. And the strong people in other worlds are similar. They were all frightened by Saitama's words. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru and others took a long time to recover. They all knew very well. If Boros's trash identification cannon was fired at them, they would definitely be finished. This also means that, Sengoku, damn it. We have become trash. Kapu, it's really beyond imagination. Even Garp, who is usually sloppy, is very serious at this time. This is normal. After all, the power of Saitama and Boros is completely beyond imagination, and the admirals such as Kizaru, Akainu, Akiji are even more so. Even in the Naruto world, Uchiha Madara, Senja Hashirama and others think that the strength is really exaggerated. However, this also makes many strong people feel excited. For example, Boros, compared with the bystander state of the strong people, Boros doesn't think that he will lose like this, because he knew very well that he had even more powerful strength that he hadn't used. To be honest, from Boros's perspective, he didn't know how he could lose. He used his maximum speed and strength. Judging from the battle scene just now, Saitama's speed was also very fast, but not so fast that he couldn't catch up. In terms of strength, he was indeed strong, but he couldn't crush him. The most important thing was that Boros knew that he had super speed regeneration. He was the best of their race and had the strongest recovery ability. Strictly speaking, Boros' body could recover instantly even if it was beaten into blood foam. Although many strong people in the heavens and the worlds had such an ability, even in the low-level martial arts world like Demon Slayer, those ghosts would not die as long as they were not beheaded. The top 3 ghosts, including the Demon King Muzan, were so powerful that they could not be killed even by beheading. And in the Super God universe, the 4th generation of divine bodies possessed by the Holy Kesha were so powerful that they could recover even if they were blown into atoms. However, their recovery speed is much slower than Boros. In the original work, even if Kaisha was not transferred to different galaxies by Carl using the big clock, it would take a certain amount of time for her to slowly locate an aggregate. With such a strong body, Boros never thought that he would lose. As for Saitama himself in the One Punch Man world, he was a little uninterested at this time. In fact, at the beginning, Saitama was a little looking forward to it, because the power of Boros is completely different from the monsters he had met before. It is much stronger than the dragon level. Therefore, Saitama has high hopes for Boros. He hopes that his upper limit can be higher, but seeing such a scene, Saitama can only say, that's it. That trash identification cannon, if he didn't block it, the destructive power would be amazing, but compared with Saitama's power that could easily lift up the surface of the planet, it's not even close. Therefore, this Boros can only block a few more punches at most. It's far from what Saitama hopes for, like the Underground King, the level that can make Saitama so excited. Of course, Saitama thinks that this is enough. Saitama is also very happy to be able to hit a few more punches. Otherwise, if he solves it with one punch every time, Saitama will feel that his emotions are losing faster and faster. In addition, Saitama also thought that his shocking scene is only ranked 5th. In this case, maybe among the first few, there may be strong people who make him feel excited. It can even be said, Saitama felt that he had a chance to be on the list again. Perhaps, in the future, he would meet an opponent stronger than Boros. Then Saitama would be very happy. But now, let's watch the video first. Saitama would not underestimate his opponent. He still hoped that Boros would continue to explode in the video, even if he exploded 5 or 6 more times. Saitama thought it was no problem. At this time, the audiences from all over the world were watching very seriously. They wanted to know what Boros' reaction would be when he heard Saitama's words. And what shocked them was that the strong men soon saw that in the video, Boros was stunned when he heard the words. This expression inexplicably made many viewers feel a little distressed. Xiado, puff. Why do I feel like this big brother Saitama is the villain? Boros keeps getting stronger and uses more powerful moves. What the hell is completely useless? By Uekue. It's really interesting. This video is getting better and better. In the world of Ling Long, several people also expressed their opinions. However, they were soon shocked. The ground cultivation team saw that Boros's confused expression only lasted for a few seconds. After that, a terrifying aura burst out from his body again. At the same time, his expression became ferocious. He said excitedly, "You said it just right. I'm far from over." To read the violent novel, go to Falun Novel Network. After that, Boros even took a horse stance. The energy in his body continued to pour out. The terrifying aura scared many viewers. The most amazing thing is that the strong men saw that Boros, whose original purple skin, turned into white as the main tone. He looked even stronger. Such a scene, even in the Dragon Ball world. On Namek, King Frisia was a little surprised and said, "Oh yeah. This Boros, can he still become stronger?" Roar, not bad, not bad. This video is getting more and more interesting. Frisia was not only shocked by Boros's increased strength, but also became interested in Saitama. Previously, Frisia felt that no matter how strong Saitama was, he could not be stronger than Jinyu, right? But now, he was not sure, because Saitama had the power to crush Boros. In fact, in the Avengers universe, Thanos was also a little shocked. A strong man like him also saw that Saitama was different. However, when Boros burst out with more powerful power, the audiences in the heavens and the worlds could not help but focus on it. They were too lazy to think about other things. They were more willing to see with their own eyes how Saitama would deal with the form of Boros's re-explosion, and everyone also saw that Boros's form was called Meteorite Explosion. Boros said, and at the moment he finished speaking, Boros rushed out directly. The speed was so fast that countless strong men stood up at once. They were obviously shocked. In the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza, and even other magicians in the guild, at this time, their mouths were open. They were all shocked. Natsu, this, what speed is this? Gray, it's unimaginable. That guy, a lot stronger again. Although Natsu, Gray, and the others knew very well that they were definitely no match for Boros, they could still feel directly how terrifying the power of Boros had increased. In the Naruto world, the plane of the dead, in the past generations of Hokage, strong men such as Hashirama Senju, Tobirama Senju, and Minato Namikaze were all shocked. Hashirama Senju, I didn't expect that there would be such a powerful existence in other worlds. I really broadened my horizons. Hashirama looked very solemn. At the same time, he was very worried about the safety of the man named Saitama, especially the strong men also saw it. When Boros rushed out, even Saitama in the video seemed to be a little stunned. It seemed that he didn't expect that Boros' speed would be so fast, even he was surprised, but, there is more to shock the masters, let's keep watching and you will see it soon. Naboros punched out directly. Bang! The terrifying energy even melted the spaceship. The power of this attack was even greater than that of the trash identification cannon. This made many viewers think that in Boros's current form, every punch would release the energy of a trash identification cannon, right? If so, it would be too terrifying. However, before the strong men could think for long, they saw that after that punch, Saitama was knocked back, but Boros, faster, his speed has reached a level beyond imagination. In just a blink of an eye, he rushed in front of Saitama, then, in an instant, he threw countless punches. The strong men in the heavens and the worlds could only see that Saitama was constantly flying in the air, like a ball. He was hit back and forth. The speed of the punch was simply exaggerated. In the world of pirates, all the 4 emperors were stunned. In Wano country, on Onigashima, Kaido the beast was so scared that he even forgot to drink. Moby Dick, Whitebeard was also shocked and speechless. Obviously, the strong men did not expect that Boros would be so strong after showing this meteorite explosion form. His strength rose sharply. Every punch hit Saitama firmly. In the world of Naruto, Sasuke and others even said, if that kind of terrifying fist hit them in the future, they would have the 9-tailed demon fox and Susanoo, then one punch would probably crush them all, right? Thinking of such a scene, Sasuke couldn't help swallowing his saliva. His whole body was numb. He could never have imagined it. He had just seen the shocking scene of the future when the ultimate Susanoo appeared. Now he saw the power of the god Boros. In the world of One Punch Man, the S-class heroes held their breath, their eyes widened, and everyone was stunned. They knew very well that in the video, no matter who was hit by Boros's combo, they would definitely not be able to bear it. Bang! This guy is worthy of the god-level disaster rating. Atomic Samurai, with this kind of attack, can Saitama still block it? Are you kidding? Yes. Atomic Samurai also found the blind spot. This Boros is indeed exaggeratedly powerful, but it won't be, after this combo, can Saitama still be unscathed? When Atomic Samurai thought of this, he felt a chill down his spine. This Saitama is already far beyond the S-class, right? Even the number 1 S-class blast, his strength is nothing compared to his. Right? Such speculation made many heroes feel their scalps tingling. At this moment, whether it was Blacklight, Metal Baseball, or Tornado, they were all stunned. Fortunately, they also knew what was the key now. Everyone didn't waste time, and all watched intently. They also saw that Boros was dragging Saitama, at a speed beyond common sense. It can no longer be said to be a stream of light, it is the feeling of divine speed. In just a moment, he grabbed Saitama and rushed from one end of the spaceship to the other, and not only was the speed extremely fast, Boros's destructive power was also increased by who knows how many levels. Everyone saw that wherever Boros passed, all the buildings collapsed. Even in the next second, it exploded. The terrifying destructive power and extreme speed seemed to ignite the air. The scene beyond common sense impacted the senses of countless people. In the world of Demon Slayer and the world of Spirit Cage, countless viewers were numb, their brains were blank. It felt like their heartbeats had stopped. The most important thing was that in the video, Boros continued to say, use the energy in your body as a driving force to burst out power at a speed that exceeds the biological limit. After that, everyone saw that Boros threw Saitama into the air, then he rushed on top of him. He crossed his hands into a hammer and smashed it down hard. The amazing power shocked all the strong men. The strong men knew that this battle might be about to usher in the climax. Today is the second update. Please subscribe. Please vote. Moi. The results are very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 71. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels were watching excitedly. they could not imagine that this battle would be so exaggerated. Previously, they could still watch calmly the duel between Kaido, the Beast, and Gear 5 Luffy, and the ultimate attacks of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, but now, the terrifying power of Saitama and Boros has made them unable to sit still. Such a terrible power, even high-level guard angels such as Angel Yen and Angel Jishin thought that if they were to face these two people, they might not be able to beat them. To be honest, they thought that Boros could still have a chance, but Saitama is not only an atomic samurai. The angels also realized that if Saitama can withstand such a terrifying attack, how terrifying must his strength be. Even on the throne, Holy Kesha was a little confused for a while. She said, "This Saitama, could it be that he is more powerful than her?" Looking at this posture, this is entirely possible. In fact, Kaisha felt that Boros was okay because her holy body was very strong, nuclear bombs and the like were completely ineffective, she was immune. Therefore, the previous attack of Boros, whether it was the small fish identification cannon or other, would be useless if it hit the holy Kaisha. If you want to completely destroy Kaisha's holy body, you need an explosion of the Emerald Star level. It doesn't mean that such a terrifying explosion is necessary to destroy Kaisha's body, but, to make Kesha physically injured or something, at least, the energy of the small fish identification cannon is still 1,000,000 miles away. But this Saitama, Kaiase, is a little bit hard to see. Of course, for Kaiase, this Boros meteorite burst form is indeed something. That amazing speed is something that the angels can't reach when they are fighting. Kaiase thinks that this may be, can we study it? Maybe, the genetic development of angels can continue to improve in terms of speed and strength, this kind of move that compresses the energy in the body to obtain powerful attributes. Kaisha thinks it doesn't matter, because the genes of angels are superior. 02 Even without strengthening or anything, the genes and bodies of angels will definitely be able to withstand it. There will be no side effects, and in the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, Zenitsu Agatsuma, Inosuke and others opened their mouths and watched the video. Boros was like a soft ray of light. It folded countless times in an instant. The key is that the light looks soft, but the destructive power is amazing. Everything he touches will collapse instantly and explode. Tanjiro, Inosuke and others couldn't help but feel involved. They fantasized, if they could master such divine power, then go to deal with demons. I'm afraid it would be, Tanjiro, ahem, all of you demons, come at me together. Otherwise it won't be enough. Yes, Tanjiro imagined that the 12 demons and the demon king Muzan would rush up together, and he would turn into a stream of light, and I'm afraid they would be shattered in an instant. It must be an instant ending. Comparing the difference, Tanjiro didn't know what to say. He said, this is too outrageous. However, after the fantasy time passed, they were also worried. Tanjiro, this Boros is so terrifying, can brother Saitama withstand it? Agatsuma Zenitsu. He looks like he was beaten badly, that punch was too powerful. Zenitsu Agatsuma's legs went weak after watching this. He couldn't imagine what would happen if that terrifying punch hit him. He would probably turn into dust. This statement is not an exaggeration at all. Yes, it is not turning into meat or something. It is a punch that directly smashed it into powder. The speed is too fast, and the impact is extremely swift. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp, and Kizaru were also extremely shocked. They were shocked by the trash identification cannon released by Boros before. They even classified themselves as trash because of this. Now they see that the strength of this Boros can continue to improve. The form of the meteorite explosion is really too strong. The power of each of his punches feels like the level of the trash identification cannon. The speed is even more terrifying. The most exciting thing is that this Boros can also convert speed into energy, punch out a punch. Even Kizaru saw this scene. He exclaimed on the spot that his so-called speed of light is simply a joke. Kizaru knew that his speed was completely a world away from Boros. In the world of Naruto, Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Hiruzen, and others even felt, what kind of battle did they see? Are you kidding? Those two people in the video are gods, right? Uchiha Madara claimed that he was the power of God. Kakashi was also shocked when he saw the perfect Susanoo. To be honest, he thought that God was really like this. But now, Kakashi knows that there are such powerful creatures in other universes. This is simply, It was incredible. Countless viewers in the universe were all very excited, especially when they saw the video. Boros hammered down, his entire body turned into a point of light, and his speed was incredibly fast. He directly surpassed Saitama. Then, he turned back and rushed toward Saitama. The next second, he kneed Saitama in the abdomen fiercely. The horrifying scene shocked everyone, because they saw that when Boros kneeled down, all his strength was concentrated on one point. It exploded again. Bang! The terrifying thunder raged, and its power felt even stronger than that of Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, when the arrow of Indra collided with the Yin-Yang release Raisin Shuriken. But it was far more shocking than that. When all the strong men continued to watch, they saw that after Boros's knee hit it, the next moment, he was suddenly lifted up, and Saitama turned into a beam of light, soaring into the sky. Keep rising, and finally, he was kicked to the moon. When such a scene appeared, the heavens and the worlds were silent. In the Super God universe and the Angel Nebula, all the angels were stunned. Even the beautiful ones had some facial expressions at this time, because they were all shocked. Even on the throne, Holy Kesha herself couldn't believe what kind of scene she saw. Holy Kesha, that Saitama, a knee sent him flying to the moon. Angel Yen, isn't this too amazing? Angel Jishin, oh my god. This scene is really shocking. The angels couldn't help but think of the original title of this video, a list of the top 10 shocking scenes, which will definitely open your eyes. Many of them didn't feel it before. Now, they really feel it. Such a shocking scene. Even the angels feel that they have learned a lot after watching it. They can't imagine how terrifying Boros is. This Nima flew to the moon. Who can withstand this? In fact, other viewers in the heavens and the worlds also feel that their 3 views seem to have been refreshed. Pirate World, Sengoku, Garp, Kizaru were all stunned. They didn't know how to describe it at this time. They were all filled with horror. Even in the new world, the 4 emperors were all frozen in place. Whitebeard was stunned. Even with his steady temperament, he wanted to say fuck. To read the exciting novels, go to Falun Novel Network. On the Sky Island, Enelu jumped up instantly. He looked at the scene in the video. He was shocked. For Enelu, he really wanted to the moon, that is the holy land he longed for, but Enel knew that it was not so easy to leave this planet and go to the moon. But now, in the video, Saitama was knocked away by Boros. Did he get there directly? However, Enel also understood that he could not come here. If he was kicked like this, he would have been GG. When he thought of this, even Enel felt a chill down his spine. He called himself a god and ruled the Sky Island. To be honest, Enel felt that even if he went to Qinghai, he would have to be a strong man, but compared with Saitama and Boros, Enel didn't have any confidence at all. Boros' amazing speed and terrifying power, if it exploded and hit him, it would be a nightmare, and compared with the horror of other worlds, the One Punch Man world, the Hero Association, and all the S-Class heroes, at this time, were all so shocked that they couldn't express it in words. When they saw the scene in the video, whether it was Bang, Atomic Samurai, or the Proud Tornado, they all began to rejoice. Fortunately, this Boros, and that Saitama to deal with. Otherwise, they will definitely be desperate. Bang, Atomic Samurai and others are not afraid to go up to fight, but, as the fight progressed, you would find that no matter how hard you tried, you could not beat this Boros. Are you kidding me? This knee sent someone flying to the moon. This is simply the power of God, right? This scene shook the heavens. Even Tornado could no longer be arrogant. She could do it. Tornado was stunned. She was completely impressed by the strength of the two. She was even a little worried. With this knee, Saitama, can you bear it? If you can bear it, yes. Tornado's expression also changed a little. She didn't dare to think about it just now. After watching it and being immersed in it, she just thought, Saitama must have been beaten badly. Boros's combo is no joke. However, seeing Saitama's expression in the video, she inexplicably felt that it seemed, Saitama is like nothing happened. Tornado thought she had seen it wrong. She thought, this is impossible. Boros's horrible attack hit him. But it had no effect at all. Even if Tornado saw it with her own eyes, she would not be sure. Is it possible that this is an injury? And the audiences in other worlds have also seen it. In the video, Saitama was kicked to the moon. When he hit the moon hard, his expression was calm, right? In the fairy tale world, Natsu, Gray, Urza and others all opened their mouths. Obviously, they were also shocked, but Natsu reacted the fastest and said directly, "What's going on? Why do I see that Saitama brother? It seems, nothing happened at all." Just like Tornado, Natsu, Gray and others were actually a little bit unwell, but Saitama's expression was like this, he looked calm, they couldn't help but believe it. In the world of Ling Kage, Little Loli Xiado, by Uekue, Fat Man Shanda and others were also a little confused. At the same time, an absurd idea rose in their hearts. Could it be that Boros, such a terrifying power burst out, but for brother Saitama, it is actually useless, right? Xiado, this is too exaggerated. The members of the ground cultivation team had previously felt that Boros was terribly powerful, but if all his energies were released and couldn't hurt Saitama, how strong was Saitama? The most important thing is, after seeing this scene, many powerful people in the heavens and myriad worlds swallowed their saliva. They said that there might be more shocking scenes next, and everyone soon realized that their idea was absolutely correct. When many viewers in the heavens and myriad worlds were still immersed in it, Boros kicked Saitama to the moon with his knee. In the video, Boros was also panting. It seems that his burst of such strong power was not without cost. Obviously, Boros was a little physically overdrawn. He himself also said, "This form will bring a huge burden to the body, which will lead to a sharp reduction in life. I wanted to stay until the end." Boros' words seemed to announce that he had won. However, the next second, the audiences in the heavens and the world saw that Saitama, after testing the gravity of the moon, bent his legs, used the force, and stared forward. Bang! The recoil blasted a deep pit on the moon's surface, but then, everyone saw Saitama rushing to the earth. When this scene appeared, countless powerful people in the heavens and the worlds fell silent again, but the next moment, cheers to the sky. Sengoku, this Saitama he actually jumped back directly from the moon. Xiado, oh my god. Are you sure you are kidding me? Boss, did you see that? God. This is God. Too exaggerated. As a technician in a low-level martial arts world, Xiado had never seen such a scene. This operation was 100 or 1,000 times more terrifying than a nuclear bomb explosion. While Boros was talking, brother Saitama jumped back to Earth from the moon. Such strength is simply too strong. In addition to using the word God to describe it, Xiado, by Uekue and others didn't know what to say. In the world of Naruto, Uchiha Madara, Senju Hashirama, Nagato, Obito and other strong men. Their brains were buzzing. They were extremely sure at this time, Saitama's strength was exaggerated. This scene simply shocked them all. There was an indescribable shock in the hearts of the strong men. That's why many viewers felt that, the shocking scene that the group leader said would definitely scare us to death, it seems to be true. The most important thing is, everyone knows very well that this should be, it's far from over. Then, there will be an even more amazing duel between Saitama and Boros. In particular, many viewers have analyzed it. From this point of view, Saitama was passively beaten before. It should be just to test the power of Boros. That's why we saw him fire the cannon. He hit one more punch and then stopped. So we were disappointed. I just don't know, will the current shape of the Boros meteorite explosion satisfy Saitama? In fact, when everyone recalled Saitama's expression when he was smashed onto the moon, they knew that it might be. Saitama was still disappointed, so what kind of divine power would he use next? All of a sudden, countless viewers in the heavens and the worlds all felt a little excited. First update today. Please subscribe. Please vote for me. My performance is very poor. Please support me. Thank you. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 72. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, in the Super God universe, in the Angel Nebula, all the angels were already stunned. Even they, seeing this scene, couldn't help but feel that they were not dreaming. Just now, Saitama was knocked to the moon by Boros's knee, and he jumped back instantly. It only took a few seconds. The angels said that it was too exaggerated. They were thinking before, it took Boros decades to reach the Earth from a far place. The speed of this voyage was indeed not fast, especially Boros's spaceship looked ordinary, but their physical attributes were strong, not inferior to angels at all. Now seeing Saitama's power, the angels knew very well, this was not only not inferior to angels. It was simply crushing the perfect bodies of angels, including the holy Kesha on the throne. They used to think that the body of angels was the most perfect in the universe, whether it was speed or strength, it was crushing other civilizations, but at this moment, their concepts were completely overturned. Saitama only took a few seconds to jump back to the Earth from the moon. This operation was simply too amazing. Even the so-called main gods such as Kesha, Hashi, and Morgana were completely dumbfounded. The most important thing is, they knew very well that this might not be Saitama's limit. He just wanted to return to the Earth. Perhaps, let Saitama jump to a farther place. He can do it, too, because, when Saitama landed on Boros's spaceship, he only knocked Boros's spaceship to the side. This shows that Saitama was definitely holding back. A strong man like him can do it, otherwise, with Saitama's explosive power, wouldn't he have made a big hole in Boros's spaceship? To be honest, seeing this scene, the angels couldn't help but think wildly. They thought, let alone extremely, it seems that even if Saitama wanted to knock through the Earth, it would be possible, right? With his bald head and terrifying strength, it would definitely be harder than the Earth. Although Kaisha also has a way to destroy a planet, compared to Saitama's power, she felt at this time that she seemed to be far behind. And is this just the fifth shocking scene? Even holy Kesha couldn't imagine it. What kind of amazing creature will appear next? Could it be that it can destroy stars or even black holes? If such a creature really appears, then Kesha, Hashi and others' previous worldview will be completely overturned. However, the angels had no idea how terrifying the god who would appear next would be, but that was not important to many viewers. The strong men from all the heavens and worlds were all shocked and immersed in Saitama's amazing operation in the world of One Punch Man. Atomic Samurai, Bang, Tornado and others were completely excited at this time. They even couldn't wait to find Saitama and let him lead them in training. Are you kidding? None of them could withstand Boros' kick. Even Blast, who was ranked first in S-class, felt a lot of pressure, but Saitama not only easily withstood the kick, but even when he was kicked to the moon, he had a blank expression on his face. After that, he jumped back directly from the moon. Atomic Samurai, Bang and others couldn't imagine, if they were at the scene and could witness such a scene with their own eyes, what would it be like? It will be awesome. These S-class heroes were very worried just now. Will Saitama be able to defeat Boros? After all, the power of Boros in the meteorite explosion form is really exaggerated. The scene of the impact like light, where any building is directly annihilated, is still engraved in their minds. But now, seeing Saitama's performance, even if Atomic Samurai and Bang are worried, they feel that Saitama will definitely win this battle. For some reason, they suddenly think that Saitama should not lose. In the Avengers universe, Tony, Captain America, Banner and others also have this idea. Tony couldn't help but complain, is this bald guy still a human? Is this really something a human can do? Tony originally thought that a superhuman like Steve, who was frozen for 70 years and still alive, was already exaggerated enough. Later, he saw the horror of Hulk with his own eyes, and the so-called god from Asgard. Later, he even saw aliens. Tony said that this world is becoming more and more magical. However, he can transform into Iron Man and fly freely in the air. It is incredible that technology has made such a breakthrough, so, Tony can still accept it. As a result, I was browsing the Zhutian Forum today. I was originally happy. Suddenly I saw this video, then Tony's worldview was completely refreshed. If he could still accept the strength of Kaido, Gear 5th Luffy, Uchiha Sasuke and others before, then now, the terrifying power of Saitama's punch made Tony a little panicked. He couldn't help but think, what if there were such powerful creatures in their universe? It's okay with Saitama, he doesn't look like a bad guy, but what if an evil guy like Boros appears one day? Fortunately, Tony's sense of justice was not so strong at this time. What's more, there is such a wonderful video now. Tony is too lazy to think deeply. In fact, in his universe, there is indeed such a terrible guy, that's Thanos. People nicknamed him Purple Potato Spirit, and the most amazing thing is that he is also bald. If Thanos has 6 Infinity Stones, his strength will be hundreds or thousands of times stronger than Boros. Just kidding. Just a snap of the fingers can destroy most of the creatures in the universe. If you want Boros to die, isn't it just a matter of minutes? But at this time, even Thanos was actually stunned. Yes, when he has the gems, he is powerful. But he needs gems. If it is Thanos without gems, he will be a little panicked when facing Boros. If he faces Saitama, even Thanos thinks that the ending will not be too good, and the audiences of low-level martial arts worlds such as the Soul Cage world, Demon Slayer world, and Under One-Person Plane, at this moment, they have all seen it and are stunned in place. Tanjiro, Zhang Chulan, by Uekue and others. The shock in their hearts is full. These people all have the same idea, that is, Saitama is the real god, right? No, he should be the so-called Universe Overlord, right? He is much stronger than Boros, Bang, Atomic Samurai, and others have the same idea. Bai Uekue and others also feel that this battle is, Saitama is sure to win. With such an awesome move, no one knows how he can lose. However, when the audiences from all over the world were immersed in it, they didn't dare to jump to conclusions, because Boros' aura was equally strong. It seemed that he still had a trump card that he hadn't used. This battle still made many people look forward to it. Whether Boros would continue to explode or whether Saitama would show his true strength, all the strong men from all over the world were happy to continue watching. And the most exciting one was probably Boros himself in the One Punch Man world. When other audiences were shocked by Saitama's strength, he could even jump back from the moon. Boros, who saw this scene, was so excited. He was now absolutely sure that Saitama was the person he was looking for. He was the one who could fight him, as the fortune teller said. How could Boros not be excited after learning this fact? He had been waiting for decades just to wait for such an evenly matched opponent. No, it should be said that it is an existence that can allow him to release all his strength. Boros is very clear, the person in the video has not reached his limit, although he has already used many methods. But there is more. Boros knows that he can continue to fight. This duel can reach an even more shocking level. Boros really wants to see, when his final power is released, this Saitama, can he bear it? To read exciting novels, go to Falun Novel Network. In fact, whether he can bear it or not, Boros felt that it didn't matter. He only hoped that he would have a chance to use that ultimate skill on others, and at this time, when the audiences of all the heavens and the worlds continue to watch, they saw in the video, Saitama jumped back from the moon. A calm smile appeared on his face, and he said, "Ah, I'm here." He seemed to be celebrating. This jump did not hit the ground crooked, nor did it go off the track, but in the video, Boros was talking to himself, thinking he had won. He saw Saitama jump back from the moon in an instant. He widened his eyes. The most amazing thing was that there were several comments floating on the video, big eyes full of doubt that who is the villain after all. Come on, big brother who drives a spaceship. Everyone didn't know whether this was set by the author or someone else in the universe, but when they saw this, they all felt the same way. At this moment, whether it was Sengoku, Garp, or Uchiha Madara and other strong men, they all said that after this battle, it felt like Saitama was more like a villain. Boros tried his best. As a result, it was like the second stage was opened. However, this kind of detail, the strong men didn't bother too much. They also saw that Boros soon showed a fierce look in his eyes, and said, "But for this man, I am willing to go all out." As he said that, Boros rushed toward Saitama again. The steps were extremely firm, the back was very lonely. By Uekue, Xiado, Tanjiro and others all had an inexplicable urge to cheer him on. The feeling coincided with what was expressed in the barrage, and what excited the heavens was that this time, Saitama finally stopped choosing to be beaten passively. The strong men saw it. When Boros launched a new round of offensive, suddenly, in the video, Saitama punched out fiercely. Bang! With just one punch, Boros' eyes became bloodshot. He flew backwards. A lot of blood spit out of his mouth. Obviously, the power of Saitama's punch was much heavier than at the beginning, but everyone also saw that Boros was not annoyed, but even more excited. He raised his head and grinned fiercely. "Yes, Saitama. That's right, it's worth it for me to defeat you." As soon as these words came out, the audiences in the heavens and the worlds felt more and more that Boros had a tragic feeling, but in the world of One Punch Man, Boros himself saw such a scene. His reaction was exactly the same as Boros in the video. Yes, he was excited. He didn't know how long he had been longing for this kind of battle. Boros' hands began to itch, and his heart was very restless. He now hoped very much that he could have a good fight with Saitama right away, so that he could feel the fierce battle, instead of just solving the opponent with a few punches. That would be too boring. Boros even felt that if there was no one in this universe who could fight him fiercely, then it would feel meaningless to live, all lonely. But, interestingly, this video should be very good for Boros. Because he soon saw that in the video, after Saitama punched, he did not stop this time. Instead, he punched countless times in an instant. The move was called continuous ordinary punches. When such a scene appeared, countless strong men in the heavens and the world were shocked. They knew that this.U's previous punch was already very impressive. This was a continuous punch. In the Hero Association, the S-Class Heroes' evaluation of Saitama has increased again. At this moment, all the heroes know that Saitama's strength cannot be inferred by common sense. He fought with Boros for so long, the moves he used were still ordinary punches. This means that Saitama should have other levels of punches, right? For example, a fatal punch. The ultimate punch. Bang, Atomic Samurai, Tornado and others couldn't help but have their minds blown. They have been in the S-Class for so long and have dealt with countless monsters, but it is the first time they have seen a human as strong as Saitama. He is already so strong that it is beyond common sense. Even Blast, who is the first in the S-Class, is known to everyone. In front of Saitama, he is probably not good enough, and the audiences in the heavens and the world soon saw it. In the video, after Boros was hit by these continuous ordinary punches, his body gradually turned red. The next second, it actually exploded directly and turned into blood foam. Such a scene, Wan Noa Zhao, shocked countless viewers. In the world of pirates, Sengoku, Garp and Kizaru could not imagine what level of battle this was. Even Kaido, Whitebeard, Shanks and others were shocked. They could no longer predict how powerful the strong people in other worlds were. In the past, they thought that the strongest in the world was only at that level. Whitebeard, Kaido and others had seen Roger, Rocks, Garp and others. Later, after seeing this video and the first few shocking scenes, they understood that the powerful people in other worlds, such as Uchiha Madara and Uzumaki Naruto, also had Susanoo and Nine-Tailed Demon Fox, but they never expected that when it came to the fifth shocking scene, Saitama and Boros made them feel that they had seen the so-called gods. This is the real god. It is many times stronger than Uchiha Madara and others. When such a battle scene appeared, even in the world of death, Aizen was stunned in his position. He couldn't say a word. The 10 espadas next to him were even more stunned. At this moment, whether it was Stark, Beilergen or Grimjow, they were all dumbfounded. They felt that this was really a bit too exaggerated. Are the strong people in other worlds so strong? Are there any more powerful beings above this? Aizen, Ulquiorra and others couldn't imagine it. They felt that their three views were completely refreshed. Their cognition and judgment of other universes were also directly reset to zero. The strong men couldn't imagine how powerful that more powerful existence was, but their curiosity and expectation for this video were directly maxed out, especially when the strong men saw that in the video, after Persia was beaten into blood foam, the next second, it suddenly gathered again. When this scene appeared, the entire heaven and the world were boiling directly.